Started out by crawling out from under the thumb of the man. The lovers of God with dad bods, just trying to feed our fam. Go sit right there and grab a beer, you know just what to do. Throw it back, get hammered, and listen to Dudes and Brews. Alright, so I don't know if you guys had a good time yet yesterday. I had a lot of fun yesterday after doing some chores and some errands in the morning. I actually went and hit up Tups because I was trying to find a local brewery that I could do a tour at. Granted, they don't do tours there right now, but I still wanted to go get a beer. Okay?
Definitely.
My dad wanted to come hang out, which was weird because he doesn't drink. And normally we cater to him, so it was kind of cool that he's like, yeah, sure, I'll come hang out with you for a little bit. We just sat around. We watched the part of the OU Texas game. But the way this place is set up, I thought it was really cool. So right now in the state of Texas, they have to do 51% food sales. They don't have a kitchen, so they actually have a food truck that's there at all times.
Right.
And the way they do it, when I walked up, I said, hey, just started talking to him about what beers they had that were exclusive to the brewery that I couldn't get somewhere else. And then he showed me like a little sign. He goes, hey, by the way, you have to purchase food. So basically what they did is you bought beer, and then you bought a credit to the food truck.
Cool.
So I bought 2 beers, which were $5 a piece, just like normal, and then I bought an $11 credit to the food trucks. They gave me like a token for another beer, and then they gave me a receipt that gave me the credit. And then you just go to the food truck and buy your food.
Yeah.
So I know we had talked about this in the past. How do they track that kind of stuff? So I guess that's how they do it when it comes to having a food truck that's not your business. And I guess the brewery just pays them back is what it sounds like.
And it seems like that's over 51% if I'm doing the math right. But I could be wrong.
No, I mean, I spent $10 on the beer,
Okay.
$11 on food, technically.
All right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So right at 51%. So, and I had a badass, not a lobster roll, but a crawfish roll. Had a badass crawfish roll.
What was this place? What was the food truck?
I don't even remember what it's called. I'd have to look.
Was it Maine Lobster or something like that?
No, it's not.
Okay.
I've heard of that.
I had that one.
Cousin's Maine Lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never had it.
need to
It's a
find
famous
that
food
There's
truck.
one in Dallas at the. There's a food truck place. I don't even know
It's
what
like a
it's
food
called.
truck park, basically.
Yeah, it's like a park,
Yeah.
and I don't even remember where it was. But
Those things are popping
we
up
went
everywhere.
there. Yeah, we went there with the intentions of just eating at the food trucks, and that's where I got was that Maine Lobster.
Awesome.
Super expensive. It's like I liked it, but man, you know me, I'm cheap.
Yeah.
So
Was it worth the money?
Yeah, it was like I didn't get enough. I wanted a whole nother sandwich.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
If I'm wanting 2 sandwiches and I can't afford it, then
It's not worth
I'd rather
it.
just go get a taco. Something I
Yeah.
can afford in my price range.
Makes sense.
Well, I mean, because the roll or whatever I got, it was like $13.
Yeah, they're pretty.
So yeah, it was a little pricey, I would say.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah.
But it was good though.
Mm-hmm.
It was good, so I'll give it that for sure.
I see you walked away with a pretty cool T-shirt.
Yeah, I got a T-shirt because I like to support local. So Brian, you need to go because they do this thing. It's the DDH IPA, which is a double dry hopped IPA.
What?
And they do a series. I did not realize how they do this. I've seen them on Instagram, and they're currently on series 25.
Okay.
So basically, what they do is they do a big batch of this double dry hopped IPA, and they just call it the series, whatever it is, in line, and they just use different hops every time.
Say no more, fam.
So every time they use different hops, they never do the same thing, and it's always something new. So I asked him what hops were in the 25, so that's what I ended up drinking, one of those.
Yeah.
And honestly, he named some hops that I had never heard of. I was
really?
like, okay.
It's awesome.
Was not familiar with some of the hops that he was laying out. And I mean, I'm not, I don't know everything about beer, but I typically know what certain flavors are going to come out of hops. This one, I had no idea. Beer was good. It was double dry hops, so it had a very strong aroma. Mm-hmm. And it was very woodsy flavored, I guess I would say.
Okay.
But yeah, it was good. I thought it was a good beer. I enjoyed it.
Definitely want to try that. I like their style. They have a pretty cool tap room.
So it's huge.
Okay.
So everything's industrial.
Oh, see,
So
I like
if
the
you
style.
never have you never seen the place?
No.
Like online or
I've
something?
never been. No, I've never been down there.
Let me pull it up for you guys here.
Yeah.
But I'm
hold up.
looking at pictures on their website, and it does look pretty industrial.
Yeah, everything's industrial. I'll tell you, anywhere they can put their logo,
Yeah, they have
putting
it.
their logo
Okay.
on random beat up trucks they have outside.
I saw
on just about anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look, first thing I pull up.
Like my dad thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, I'm glad y'all. I'm glad he went with you yesterday.
Yeah, dude, it was
That's
was
cool.
a lot of fun. So like pulling up their Instagram
Yeah,
here,
that's legit.
it's
That
all,
juice
look at
pack,
that.
man, that's a double dry hops, and that one's legit, dude.
Man, we need
I've
to
had that one.
but like
try
this right
these.
here where they have the sign.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah, dude, it's the place is great, and they always have the same logo, this DDH IPA. That's their logo, and it just gives you whatever series it is. It'll tell you what hops are in there, and what percentage of each hop that they use.
Dude, I know we've got a tour on the calendar. We've got to put this one on the
So
calendar.
whenever they open back up, because I hit them up on Instagram to ask them, say, hey, are you guys doing tours right now? They said no, not at the moment. So
Okay.
we'll have to wait for them to start doing tours.
Okay.
So they just opened back up for having indoor seating because
okay.
they didn't have food, so they were only doing to-go orders. Mm-hmm. But then they got some contract with a food truck, so now they're able
Right.
to
Good
be
deal.
open.
Well, I want to go down there and check
So
it out.
it was cool. I mean, they have giant projectors, so that you
Sweet.
come football season, they're watching football there. I mean, the place was packed.
I'm
Me and my
so
dad sat
down.
outside on these big those big spindles that they have like wire on that they would wrap wire around.
Oh,
Big
yeah,
wooden
yeah.
spindles.
Yeah.
As
They had a
tables.
bunch of those outside with tables, and
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Right.
all. I mean, it looked cool. It was a cool vibe.
Nice.
So,
Better than a table made out of a couple of beer kegs.
oh man, dude, that one was so low to the ground.
That was
I swear.
awful,
If they
man.
would have put it on like some risers, it would have
Yeah,
been
it would've
okay.
been okay.
They didn't put it on risers, so I'm like,
essentially this
dude, it was this
height.
low.
Yeah,
it was this low. You didn't go with
No,
us.
I
When
didn't.
we were in
No.
Denver, we went to True.
Uh-huh.
To True. Brian's gonna dog this place as much as he possibly can.
Yeah.
Yeah, he brought
Every
it. He
chance
took
he
the
gets.
opportunity.
I
Huh?
had to.
Every chance this dude gets, he's gonna dog
Yeah.
that place. But I didn't think the place was bad. The table was low. Like
It's
this.
growing on me.
So
The more I
outside
think.
of the table, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
And don't let me influence you.
No, I mean the more I.
Hey, bro, you need to keep the same energy.
Yeah.
Keep that same energy.
All right,
Hey.
I'm gonna straight up I'm gonna dog them.
Keep that hate coming, bro.
Yeah.
Bring it. Bring
Bringing
that
the
hate.
hate game.
So I'll just let you guys know I did try 2 different beers at their place.
all right, what'd you try, Joe?
I tried the DDH IPA Series 25,
Okay.
and then I tried this thing called the Full Grown Scallywag.
Ooh, a scallywag.
So they
Okay.
do the Full Grown Man, which is an Imperial Stout. They did the Scallywag, is right here, where it's an Imperial Stout brewed with coconut and vanilla.
Whoa.
So it was actually really good.
Yeah, I bet it was good.
It was a really good beer.
Ooh, that does sound good.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
12.1%
That's-
ABV.
That was kind of high, and then the
Dang.
25 was 7.3. No wonder why I was feeling great.
Yeah,
when I
you're
left that
feeling
place.
good.
I was feeling good when I got.
That's awesome, man. I really want to go down there the next chance we get.
Yeah, we can go. I mean, it's on the east side of McKinney, like right off Highway 5.
Awesome.
It's they converted an old cotton gin
What?
into
neat.
a brewery.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think that's why they have the industrial look. You
Yeah.
know, that kind of whatnot. But
I like their logo. They got a good, clean logo.
What was that place we went to? Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I saw cotton candy shandy. I
Ooh.
love cotton candy. Anyways, continue. I got
Oh.
excited.
I've actually never. Have I had a shandy, guys?
we haven't done one here. They did a raspberry shandy at 903 called
Yeah.
the John Shandy.
Oh, can you? Oh,
They
I
had
love
they had
the-
2 different versions of it because I had the other version. It wasn't as good as the
Explain.
original one.
I
what
had
is-
whatever the latest one was, and it was all right.
Explain to me what is the shandy? Is that a
It's a type.
Pilsner or a?
It's like its own.
It's- oh, its own
like its
type
own
of-
kind.
Okay.
But it is more of like a light, crispy, fruity type beer. That's
Ooh.
why they put fruit in it. It
Okay.
tastes good.
Yeah.
That sounds
But
good.
yeah, it's a lighter beer. You'd probably like it. That cotton
that
candy
sounds
though, I
good.
can't imagine what cotton candy would taste like.
I don't imagine they
Super
literally put
sweet.
cotton candy in there because it would just
It
be
probably-
sugar.
Yeah, well, I mean that's might be how they actually make the beer is the sugar from the cotton candy.
I mean, you get
But
sugar from the malts regardless, so
But I can't imagine that.
that's why you got to sparge it and rinse all the malts off.
I can't imagine though that you would get any flavor from cotton candy. It's pretty much flavorless. Like you put cotton candy in your mouth and it dissolves in a second.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what they would do is they would give it'd be artificial cotton candy. It's like maybe they put in like some
Bubble yum.
bubble gum, or I was thinking like some cotton candy pixie sticks or something. I don't know, something
I
that's.
didn't know. Is that a
I was
thing?
gonna say, is there such a?
I was
thing?
just trying to-
That sounds awesome.
Cotton candy pixie stick.
I was trying to think of
Jeez,
cotton
bringing it
candy
to the
flavored like
table.
stuff. Like I
Yeah,
don't know.
Yeah.
I only know bubble yum, and that was the truth.
Yeah.
That or
Too
like-
bad it only lasted 10 seconds.
And then you on to the next piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I was in school, they used to do this fundraiser where they would sell suckers, They're the real big, like, real big ones, and they always had a cotton candy.
That cotton candy's the truth.
Yeah,
Where
those
it's
are
a blue and
good.
pink swirl.
Why don't they do those anymore?
Dude, you can still get those at Albertsons.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
They
right.
got like a little,
They have a
little
tree.
stand.
Yeah.
Tree.
Oh yeah, didn't they have like a banana flavor?
They had all
Yeah,
kinds, dude.
Yeah, all kinds.
That
When they would
strawberry
come by
banana.
when they would come by
Yeah.
class, oh
Yeah.
man, I got 50 cents right here. Let me go ahead and get one.
Let
of
me
them
get one of
kittens.
those. Yeah.
I'd be like, Psst, Joe, man, let me get 50 cents off of you,
Yes.
bro.
If that's what they use to get the flavor, man, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Like I guess that they could just melt those down. Yeah,
Probably.
something like that.
Probably.
I was thinking earlier. I was thinking of the Brass Taps is another place where we did our taco tour.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that place.
Yeah, dude, we need to go back. We need to go out
Literally
and go do some more fun
Ranks
stuff.
some of the best tacos I've had.
So you want to go ahead and I'll tell you what the obscure holiday for this week is, and then we'll get into a beer. So
do it.
October 14th is National Dessert Day.
Ooh.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play the name game. We're gonna name
Okay.
desserts. So before we start the name game, we're gonna go ahead and crack open a beer.
Yeah.
So do you want to do these, or you want to do that IPA that I brought?
Let's do the which one do you want?
Whatever.
Yep,
go
you're
for it.
you're
You
looking
call
at
it
the IPA.
out.
So
All right,
let's
we
do
do
it.
the
Grab
IPA.
that
All
one.
right. You eyeballing that IPA?
Now, while you're getting it, I think we got to set some rules.
All right.
So
On the name game.
yeah,
Okay.
because so when we think about desserts, if we name one type of dessert, but we just start naming different fruits, I think it's a bit cheap. So, example, I don't know if I want to say one, but cherry pie, apple pie, banana pie. I mean,
No.
you could just go all day. Pie is a dessert.
But would you say like a fruit pie versus like Boston cream, or versus like
Yes, so you can
key
do some
lime?
other versions as long as it's not just a different substitute of different fruit.
So if you say fruit pie, then that incorporates all fruit.
all right, yeah,
Right? Okay.
So I'll lay out
same
fruit
thing
pie
with,
first.
with like cakes. Like you can't do fruit cakes. I guess a fruit cake is totally something different if you're saying fruit cake in general, but like cherry cake versus strawberry cake versus blueberry cake.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, we can get, as long as it's creative enough, just no throwing out some general fruits.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll have to literally call each other out on it. So
Yeah.
make sure to call us out, Larry.
I will.
But before we get started here, go ahead and crack open that beer, man.
Oh, that looks good.
You want to hand me that other glass?
Yeah.
Oh, it tastes good. It's a IPA.
An I. What is an I?
It's made by Aussie.
Okay.
Dude.
All right, so you're going to have to tell me what this one's called. I got this one when I was in Nebraska last. So I know it's
Smells
from
amazing.
the it's BB. Does it say what brew it's from? I'm totally not on my game right now.
Okay, let's get it. It's from Boiler Brewing Company, and it's called Dean's S&M Dream IPA.
Thank you for the sound effects, Larry.
Yeah,
that just
dude,
made it.
that crazy train.
Man, it smells good. I
It
am
does.
so excited about this beer.
All right, so I'm gonna pull it up on their website and see what we got here. It's called the Dream Scream. I don't know.
Say it, dude. Say the double I's. I want to hear your best
The
crazy
I?
train.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. So Ozzy Osbourne, he is iconic when it comes to just the metal scene. But I wouldn't say that their stuff's bad. It's just not. It wasn't my go-to. Like they weren't my go-to when it comes to like
Right.
WTF. What's the name of that band?
Black
Black
Sabbath.
Black Sabbath. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Here you go, Joe.
I'm thinking Black Deep. I couldn't think of what it was called. So according to their website, this is a 8.2 APV.
Gracias.
It's coast to coast with Boiler Head Brewer Dean Hybrid Hazy, but bitter.
Oh, you know I'm
a
all
double
about that.
IPA machine hops upon hops. No lies. It's got Mosaic and Simcoe hops. As the name implies, Deep outdid himself with a beer that's the most east meets west in the middle, no coast.
Yeah, look, it's got West Coast California trees.
It does.
What does S&M Dream stand for?
No idea.
Oh, I know what it stands
it's
for.
the
Simcoe
and
Mosaic.
Mosaic, yeah.
It's that Dean Simcoe and Mosaic Dream.
So Dean is a guy that works there. It seems like he's the head brewer,
Okay.
and he just made a double IPA with some Simcoe and Mosaic hops.
I dig the label. I like West Coast theme.
So what do you guys think about this one?
It's got a good aroma.
Mm-hmm. That's the first thing I noticed was the aroma. It's pretty heavy on the back end.
Yeah.
It's pretty
The
thick.
back
taste,
end.
the taste. I don't know. I'm not too big on it. It's not bad, but I don't know.
Let me get another little hit here.
I mean,
Yeah, on the back end, it does give you something weird.
there's something weird on the back end that's catching me. But you guys know I'm all about an IPA, so
Yeah.
I'm digging it.
So you're gonna be a little biased here.
Yes, I'm all about a good IPA.
Okay.
So
Be biased as you want to, man. That's up to you, dude.
Yes, sir.
So I am gonna give this one. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, going back to our ranking system, it doesn't blow my hair back.
It's not blowing your hair back.
Mm-mm.
Is it knocking the socks off?
No, the socks are steadily resting on my feet right now.
No,
Yeah.
I'm almost puzzled.
Yeah, I know, I
I'm a
know.
bit puzzled.
But not quite puzzled.
I'm kind of off the charts too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know our ranking system, puzzled is a 2, while a 3 would be like
oh, I forgot puzzled was
not
a 2.
blowing my hair back. So I'd say I think I'm gonna give it right in the middle, like a 2.5.
I'm thinking I'm puzzled.
Yeah,
I think
you
this one's a
thinking
2.
puzzled?
Yeah, this one's a 2.
That's good. That's fair. I'm gonna go with 2.75 because I'm a little IPA biased, but
Okay.
I am puzzled just as well.
So we're gonna meet somewhere in the middle. We'll
You
give it
look
a-
confused. You're like, I don't know what to do. I like IPAs, but this is weird.
It's weird. It's not doing it for me. It's heavy on the back
Okay.
end. It's too much.
So we'll meet somewhere in the middle. We'll give it a 2.25.
Boom. There we go.
Cool.
Everybody, make sure to go online and follow us at Untapped at _
Dudes and Brews.
Follow us like you always do, guys.
Come on.
Keep it up. So
Hit
let's go
like,
ahead and get into this
subscribe.
game. So we'll play the name game. All right.
All right.
You already started. Kind of jumped the gun there, but you said fruit pies.
Fruit pies.
Fruit pies. Cool.
Cool.
I will say a cake. I'll say, do you want me to get specific? I'll say German chocolate.
Okay. I'm gonna go devil's food cake.
Okay.
I'm going to go brownies.
Brownies. I'm going to say cannoli.
Cannoli.
Ooh, he's going French on us.
I thought it was
Okay.
Italian.
Maybe,
I
yeah.
think
it's Italian.
I think it's
Okay,
Italian.
yeah, you
all
know.
right. Not to call you out or anything.
It's tomatoes,
but-
tomatoes.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm gonna go famous mama's banana pudding.
I like that.
I don't know why that's hilarious.
Famous.
I'm going to go with cobbler.
Oh,
I'm going to
nice.
go with bananas Foster.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is good. I wish somebody would make. Can you make it?
I can figure it out.
All right,
You
because
can find it on Pinterest.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's
It will.
probably, it's just like bananas and caramel. It's really nothing.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
you like light it on fire? Is that?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That'd be like for something else I'm thinking
I'm
of. But
gonna
go
do a
ahead.
segue into creme brulee.
Ooh, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I was thinking. That's
Okay.
what you get that torch out for,
Yes,
bro.
dude.
I'm going to go with tiramisu.
Ooh, nice.
Tiramisu with like, would ladyfingers be a totally different dessert?
I think so. I don't,
Even though
I don't know.
tiramisu's like got ladyfingers in it.
I'll let it.
I don't know
slide.
what a ladyfinger is.
I don't
So like
either.
tiramisu, it's like ladyfingers with like custard.
Okay. Well,
So
then,
like
yeah.
you know like if you cut it, you see all the like, little ladyfingers. I don't know what you call it.
Okay. Cool.
I'm excited. I think we sound like a couple of fat boys rating dessert.
Yeah, I know, right?
And it just made this beer make sense. I think it would pair well with a dessert.
Yeah.
I really do. I'm no longer confused, guys. So
He's no longer puzzled.
He's not puzzled. He
I'm not
just knew
puzzled.
the missing piece. It
yeah,
was dessert.
it was
It was
dessert.
dessert. Okay.
How about a lemon meringue pie?
Ooh, okay, lemon meringue.
So like a meringue pie.
Like a
Okay.
meringue, yeah.
yeah,
Alright.
meringue. I'm gonna go with cheesecake.
Cheesecake. There
Okay.
you go. I'll say baklava.
What? Is that Indian?
No,
No,
it's
what is
Turkish.
that?
Remember?
Turkey.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
right.
Come on, we talked
he's
about this on the
drawing back
podcast
from the
one
last
day.
podcast.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna do a fudge. I'm gonna do a
Ooh,
fudge.
Fudge. That is.
yeah,
I would call
I'm
it.
gonna-
Would you call it a dessert or a snack?
It's a dessert,
snack?
bro.
What are you talking? Who's snacking on fudge?
Fudge is not a grab,
Dude, fudge is like the most rich sweet thing ever.
Yeah.
I cannot deal
Yeah.
with fudge. I'm not a
Okay.
fudge liker.
Well, when I think dessert, I'm thinking of something I would eat specifically after a meal, and I wouldn't. I don't think
Just
I've
a
ever
pinch.
had fudge after a meal.
You can grab a pinch of fudge.
I mean,
it's
you-
rich.
you grab a
can.
pinch of some fudge, put it in your lip, get you a dip of some
Get you a
fudge.
dip of fudge, man.
Dude, that's
Get you
actually a
little
good
slip.
idea.
It is a good idea.
Like shredded fudge.
Yeah.
That,
In a
nobody's
can?
nobody's selling shredded fudge.
You always have these
shredded
business
fudge in a
ops.
snuff can.
I need you to write us a business plan.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
shredded
man.
fudge.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with ice cream.
Okay. All right.
I'm just stuck on the shredded fudge. Because
Yeah.
I'm thinking like it's pretty much gonna be like just shredded up chocolate, which is going to melt and just turn into
Your teeth would get
A
black.
can of
Like
chocolate.
Turn into a fudge puck.
yeah. Oh, it would.
fudge puck.
Yeah.
If it stays cold enough, though, it won't. You just have to keep it in the freezer.
Yeah, don't
So
keep it in your back
it's only
pocket.
in the freezer section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go get it like you would get like a Klondike bar.
But yeah, it's like you said it earlier. They have little jerky cans. They have
Yeah.
jerky. I mean, why not fudge?
well,
Yeah.
yes, but that doesn't melt.
True.
Yeah.
That doesn't melt.
And I'm questioning if that's really jerky.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's so light.
Oh, but it's
It's
so
light
good.
and airy. It's great.
Yeah, it's weird,
It
but
is.
man, I kind of want to dip of some of that right now.
Yeah, dude. For real.
It's just like it's just for the flavor.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's not for.
It's
the
just like
texture, just for the
crawfish, man. You
flavor.
can eat 5 pounds of crawfish and never get full. It's just for the flavor.
Yeah.
5 pounds of crawfish. I think it's 5 pounds of crawfish tail. Totally different because you get 5 pounds of crawfish, you're getting like a third of a pound of food. maybe.
Yeah. That's all
it's
it is.
Questionable
Yeah,
if it's
5
even
pounds of
food.
tail.
That,
Right.
That's why I don't like buying it because
I
you
know.
buy crawfish, it's expensive.
But man, it's
and you get so little weight. I think it's the
know.
experience of the.
it's the
crawfish
experience.
boil.
Like when we do
Yeah.
our 15 to 30 pound fish boils,
Dude,
which
it's
will be
fun.
coming up. It's fun.
How much does that cost?
We normally do 30 pounds. I don't
How much is
remember
30
the
pounds?
price. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
I'm like it's like $2 or $3 a pound.
The
isn't
only
it?
time I've ever eaten crawfish is at Brian's
Yeah.
house, and I'd tear it up. It
Yeah,
is
dude,
fun.
it's
It is
good,
an
huh?
experience. Yeah, bring it in.
Yeah.
It is a good experience because it is like you work at it for hours.
Yeah.
But
And
if,
it's like a
but if it's
victory.
super expensive, then I do think it could be a rip. I think it could be a rip off.
I'm gonna look. See
You
what the
basically
price
are just
is.
paying for the experience.
Yeah, it is. You're and the camaraderie hanging out.
So
Yeah, yeah.
while we're still, you go ahead and look that up.
Um,
I'm gonna do another one on the name game. I'm gonna say cupcakes.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Okay, cupcakes.
Cupcakes is-
It's a cake, but it's just a
is it a
piece of a
dessert?
cake.
So would you like me to go to do another one?
Yeah, we
You
did
saying I need to
cake.
do a rebuttal?
Yeah, that's like me saying cheesecake or bite-sized cheesecake. You know, cheesecake bites. That's not acceptable.
30 pounds of crawfish is $215.
Dang!
Yeah.
No way, bro.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yep.
So
We normally do 15 pounds, but we get it out of Plano, and I don't think that it's
It's a little bit
like,
cheaper than that.
That's
I think.
Yeah, it's like
outrageous,
90,
bro.
$90 or something. I don't know. Something like
Man.
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say I bet it's about $100.
About $100 for 15 pounds.
Man,
Maybe I could be wrong, but
now
yeah,
I feel
they're
bad for even
slinging
just
it.
coming over there eating it like it ain't no big thing.
It ain't, but that's what it's for, bro.
I'm like I was
Right.
thinking it's like $1 a pound.
Yeah, I think you're
It's
right.
like
It's probably
$150
$1.
for 15 pounds.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fair.
I mean that's what I was thinking. I could be wrong. Maybe
But
75 cents a pound.
I know people that do like 50-pound boils,
Wow.
100-pound boils. It's crazy.
What about like peanut brittle?
Oh man, that's disgusting. But it's
yeah,
a dessert.
is that a dessert?
Okay.
It's kind of like a
That's
candy.
like a snack, like a candy.
Yeah, is candy a snack? Yeah,
I think candy
peanut
can-
brittle's a candy.
I think-
Peanut brittles are candy.
a candy.
Thanks. That's 2. Are you gonna call me out on it because I already messed up with the?
no, because I'm
cupcake
trying to
and
stall because I can't think of one.
what if I say a muffin?
Ooh, I got one. I
A
got one.
muffin. All right.
Is a muffin dessert?
Yeah, it could be a dessert.
yeah,
and it
okay.
is different than a cupcake.
Okay.
I was gonna go with a funnel cake, like at
Ooh, that is
The,
a dessert when I go to the fair.
Yeah.
I mean
fair,
that as
thank you.
dessert.
I wanted to say
Funnel
Six
cake is
Flags.
good,
Yeah,
and
funnel
the
cake.
one I have in mind is close to a funnel cake, but it's a sopapilla.
Oh, bet. I'm sold on sopapilla.
It's
What?
different though. It's close to a funnel cake,
no,
but
it's not even close at all.
What?
Funnel cakes.
It's
funnel
it's a
cakes are
sweet
crispy.
bread.
Sopapillas
Yeah,
are
but
so
funnel cakes
good,
are
dude.
crispy on the outside. Sopapillas are real light and airy. You pop those suckers open, throw some honey in it.
Well, yeah, but they're still in the same family.
Come on.
It's sweet bread family.
Dang, that's where it's at right there. I like that. I really like that.
I
What
know.
about like?
He's stalling.
I know.
So would you consider shortcake something totally different?
Yeah.
Would that
Yeah.
be different than regular cake? Shortcake?
It's like shortbread. Shortbread is different than a cake.
Okay.
So we can do
yeah.
just different segments of, like, let's say angel hair or
Angel food is angel food
cake.
shortbread?
I was thinking angel food cake is
Angel
what I
food
would
cake.
normally do for like a shortcake. I get angel
Yeah.
food cake
Oh.
with some
Yeah.
cherries or
What's the
strawberries on top.
difference? That's a good question.
The topping maybe.
Every time we start talking about these things, it really
Yeah.
makes me start questioning what I know about the world. I'm like, whoa, bro. I'm like, it's like, well, are they the same? I've never seen the
I
two in
don't
the
know.
same room together.
I
You don't go to a
either,
menu
yeah.
and say, do you want shortbread or do you want angel food? No.
right.
Yeah.
What
I don't
about-
know. One's Batman and one's Bruce Wayne.
It is. What about key lime pie?
Okay. All right.
All
I
right.
guess that's different than a meringue.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with donut.
Is that a dessert or a breakfast?
That's a breakfast.
Yeah.
It's a breakfast dessert.
Well, that's like saying waffle.
Okay,
Pancake.
then I'll
waffle
go with
pancake.
red velvet cake.
Oh.
Because it's red velvet. It's not just cake.
Okay.
I don't know what it is exactly, but
Red velvet.
I don't know, but this says, so I had to
love
look this up. What's the difference in, it says difference in sponge cake. I guess you use a sponge cake for, I don't know. Dang, I'm
sponge
totally
cake is the
lost
third
on
option.
Sponge cake. Even though I kind of looked that up and cheated. So.
Sponge cake?
Sponge cake is the same.
Isn't it like angel food? Or angel?
Sponge cake is.
It says that there is a difference. One uses eggs and one doesn't.
Come on. The absence of eggs.
Okay, it's just the details.
Actually, no, I'm reading it. So I actually read this wrong. The primary difference is the part of the egg that's used. My apologies. I read that wrong.
Even worse. Egg white versus yolk.
Yeah.
Even
That's the
worse.
difference.
No,
All
that's
right,
the
man. I guess
same.
I'm out. There you
Okay,
go.
you're right.
What
Got
about-
beat out.
All right.
What about cheesecake?
I already said cheesecake.
Got you on that one, buddy.
What about lady fingers?
He already said lady
said
fingers.
lady You
did?
fingers. I did.
Dang. Cherry pie? Somebody
Did we
else?
say pie? I don't think we said pie yet.
Yeah, you started out with fruit pies.
Oh, yep. Fruit pies.
Pecan pie?
I guess pecan is.
What about
is pecan a fruit? Pecan is a nut. So
Ooh, a pecan
What about a
pie
ru-
would be
a
different.
nut pie is
Yeah,
different.
nut pie.
And then I'm gonna bring it full circle and say cotton candy.
Oh.
Is that that's
that
not a dessert?
It's it's got candy in the
Dang
name.
it. By my own rule, I got ruled out on that one. Come on now.
Like
come on
I will
now.
call you out on that one.
I don't know. I think that's it, bro. I think I don't have anything.
What about, can I get him with this one, a root beer float?
That's
That'd be
ice cream.
dessert.
Is that ice cream?
That's ice cream and
Okay.
soda. Soda's not
Would
a
you
dessert.
say like so?
Soda's
I think
a beverage.
Larry is out. Boomer
Okay.
takes the win on this
Yeah.
one.
All right, I'll take
But
it.
would you call pumpkin pie different?
Pumpkin is a vegetable. Pumpkin is a fruit because it has seeds, so it'll be under the fruit
You would
pie.
call it fruit pie? Would you say that
Yep.
same thing about like sweet potato pie?
Sweet potato's a vegetable. We haven't said any vegetable pies.
And sweet
So
potato
there we
pie?
go. That would
Shut
be a
my
new
mouth.
one.
It's my
We got
mouth.
we got fruit pie, nut pie,
and
and vegetable pie.
Ain't nobody ever heard no
Boom.
vegetable pie. Cool.
Boom.
All right.
All right.
Boomer for the
Well,
win.
there you go. So we'll go ahead and move into some events that happened this week in history. So actually, all these events are happening anniversaries today. So on October 11th. So first one here, October 11th of 1975, Saturday Night Live, created by Lorne Michaels, premieres on NBC with George Carlin as the host. So the very first episode of Saturday Night Live.
What year
October
was
11th
that?
of 75.
75?
Wow. He
Yeah.
just hosted it though. He was never actually
George
a cast
Carlin,
member.
I want to say he was a cast member, but
I don't think he was. I didn't even know he was ever been on it. But
oh yeah, I've seen him on it. He's done some. I've seen some skits. I'm gonna look at. I've got.
I love me some SNL, man. You've had a lot of people like launch their careers on SNL.
right, right.
Yeah, and you got people like Kenan Thompson that's been on
Yeah.
there for 15 years.
Yeah, forever.
I'm
Don't
not
bring,
joking.
What does
don't
he always
bring Kenan
play?
Thompson into this.
Yeah.
No, really, I'm not joking. He is the longest running member of the SNL.
I
That's
believe
because
it.
sketch comedies is life,
drunk.
man. He never outgrew it. He was
Yeah.
a kid sketch comedy artist on all
Good
that.
Burger, all that.
And
Welcome
Keenan
to
and Kel.
Good Burger.
And Keenan and Kel is a spinoff. It's like it's
Yeah.
kind of sad to see an actor or a comedian that hasn't been able to get out of those stick that
He's been doing it since 2003.
Yeah, dude, that's actually
That's
sad.
crazy.
Keenan, man.
Nah, man, he's
Dude,
making
move on,
pretty
bro.
good money.
Yeah, R.I.P. Keenan.
I mean, dude, SNL's hit or miss for me. They have some funny stuff, but
Yeah.
I just can't get behind it as a whole.
Yeah.
As a whole, it's just a bunch of junk.
Really?
It didn't used to
love
be that way,
SNL.
right? I mean, it didn't used to be just
I like the Andy
flaky.
Samberg
Yeah.
era the most.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of it's something that people who are true
Are
SNL
kind of
fans are
ashamed
probably
of.
mad. Right? They're probably
Yeah.
looking down on me in shame right now.
Nah, man, like SNL was great. They had a lot of I like the old stuff with Chevy Chase
Oh,
and
yeah.
Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
And you had Richard Pryor was on it. Eddie
Oh, yeah.
Murphy was great on it.
I mean, they have some
Like,
funny
they had
stuff.
some hitters
yeah,
back there,
they
dude.
did.
Yeah, they did.
Like Eddie Murphy, the Too Hot in the Hot Tub. Ooh.
I don't know that
And then
one.
he also did a spoof of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
No.
Did he really?
Where he was like in the hood. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
great.
nice.
I gotta
nice.
watch that one.
Who's that? This is how we answered the door in my neighborhood.
I didn't watch old school SNL.
Dude,
though,
old
to
school
be
SNL.
honest.
That's when it was
To be
good.
honest,
It's
yeah, I didn't
fun.
watch it.
Yeah.
And then even the 90s when you had Adam Sandler,
Yeah,
you
Chris-
had
Chris
Chris
Farley.
Farley.
Yeah.
Who's Dana
White,
No,
or no,
no,
not Dana White. Dana Carvey.
Dana Carvey. Who's the sidekick? Who was Joe Dirt? What's his name?
Oh yeah.
Oh, man, what is his name? He's always playing with Adam Sandler too.
Yeah, well, he's a part of
David
that crew.
Spade.
David Spade, yeah, part of the crew.
All those guys, even Rob Schneider.
Rob
was in
Schneider,
that.
right.
You had Kevin McNeely. Man, dude,
Yeah.
There's
the
been a lot
best.
of good comedians on there. I mean, don't
Yeah.
give
like the '90s were
all
where it
of
was at.
every
Yeah,
one
I
of
was
those
gonna
people
say
you
the
listed.
90s.
I'm sure have tons of skits that are hilarious.
They are
Yeah.
great.
But as a whole, most episodes are hit or miss. It's like a lot of not so funny stuff, and then something funny happens.
Yeah. Who was it?
Okay, so sitting down watching an entire episode, I guess I could.
I could see that. Yeah.
I could see that,
Yeah.
but you got to go like the '90s. They did the Bears, the Bulls, like the guys.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just little stuff like that
Mike
that I just
did good.
loved.
Man.
Mike Myers. I mean, that's
Mike
where-
Myers.
Mike
yeah.
Myers, man, he is gold.
Yeah,
on
he is
sketch
gold.
comedy, he can do a lot of those guys are really good though. David Spade on sketch comedy. What about Bill Heater? He's one of my favorites.
Bill
on
Heater.
SNL.
Oh man,
He's hilarious.
he's
dude.
the guy that played Napoleon Dynamite, didn't he?
No. He's the one who played.
That's John Heater.
John Heater.
Same last name. even though
Ooh,
they're not related.
Kristen Wiig.
Oh,
She's one of the
yeah.
best.
Yeah, she
I
is.
cannot stand her.
What?
Oh, Bill
He
Heater's
can't stand
funny.
Kristen Wiig.
I don't like Kristen Wiig. I don't like Maria Ruffalo. What's her last name? I don't like her either.
Oh,
But like-
Kristen Wiig's good. I like her.
Amy Poehler was
She is.
good.
She's awesome.
Amy
Poehler's
She's like
good.
dry comedy, dry humor.
What's her face? Who's the other girl that was right around the same time as it? She produced 30 Rock.
I don't know anybody producing shows.
Do you know that show 30 Rock with Tracy Morgan?
No, I never watched it.
Gosh dang, what's her name? Amy Poehler. No, I just said Amy Poehler.
I don't know.
Tina Fey?
Tina
Tina
Fey.
Fey.
Fey, yeah.
Tina Fey's
Fey.
funny.
And Alec Baldwin's still on there.
Well, he hosts like every other week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
but he
hosted-
was on it. Man, he had one of the greatest sketches.
Yeah. He is awesome.
What was his
Okay,
greatest
so they
sketch?
used to do this. They used to do this sketch. I forget what the two girls' names were, but they did this thing. It was a reoccurring segment where they did like a radio show, and you could just see them like at the radio, and they're just talking real quietly, and they have a guest come on. Their guest is Pete Schweddy, and Pete Schweddy made
the way he does.
I know.
made some candy. I mean, this is the way.
Pete Schweddy.
This is the way that.
Oh, I know
talk.
what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
And
I've
he
seen
goes,
that one. Yeah.
"Oh,
Yeah.
great. Hey, Pete, why don't you go ahead and tell us about this new holiday snack that you have for us today?" And he's like, "Yeah, I just made some of the Schweddy balls." And he's like, "Oh, man. I guess we're going to have to try some of these Pete Schweddy's balls." And
Yeah.
oh, man, I really like the way your sweaty balls feel in my mouth. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
terrible,
bro.
man.
stuff
Terrible.
like that. It's
Oh,
so
bro.
funny.
Yeah,
It makes me
he's,
laugh.
he is a genius. He is a comedic genius. Man, I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Yeah.
Little
man.
stuff like that just makes me laugh. So I think it's because I don't know. I got some hand-me-down DVDs when I was living with my parents, and then their DVD collection. There was the 25th anniversary of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
So it was like a 2-hour special where they just talked about the history, and they went over a lot of stuff. And like I think that's where I started to find my love for it, because it's not that I sat down and watched a full episode. I just watched the greatest hits.
Well, it becomes nostalgic for
Right.
you.
Yeah.
We know how he is with like nostalgic things, and
Dude,
takes
I
him
mean,
back
it had
to his childhood.
Jim Belushi was on it.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
he's-
I forgot about him. Yeah.
Who's the real tall guy from the Three Amigos? White hair. Gosh, man, I'm losing my mind. on
Yeah.
all
Oh
these
yeah, the guy
names.
from Father of the Bride.
Yeah,
What's
Oh,
his name?
Steve Martin.
Steve
Martin,
Martin.
yeah,
Yeah,
Steve
yeah,
Martin.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. All those guys were on it, and
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't know. It's just
I
I
know.
like the old stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of good comedians that come from that.
1975. That thing's been around forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
And it's funny you threw out all these heavy hitters.
Yeah.
And then the first one you're going to throw out there is Keenan Thompson.
I know, man.
That wasn't
Mr.
the first one I
Goodburger.
threw out.
Goodburger. Yeah. Man, move on, Keenan.
I just
Yeah,
know
come
that
on.
he's
Move on,
still
bro.
on it. He's still on it.
Keenan's best one is that, ooh wee, what up with that? Or what up with that? You ever seen it?
don't know.
No, I
He's a
didn't
show
see that one.
host, and he's a show host, and he comes out, and that's the song, and it's like, and he starts dancing, and then like the thing that's funny is, in the guest, they'll be like, all right, we got Brian as a guest, and then Brian will start saying something, and then he kind of echoes it. He'll be like, a little bit louder. A little bit too.
You know what it reminds me of Steve Harvey. I don't know why.
It's kind of like Steve Harvey making fun of Steve Harvey.
A little bit louder.
And then he like mocks it, and then he it's like the guest can talk for like 5 seconds, and then he breaks back into that song, and he's like, "And I've been wild, woo wee, what up with that?
I have seen that. It's
great.
Funny, man.
Like, who do you do, shoo do? What up with that? And then he'll be like, woo, and then he'll be like, all right, anyways, and he goes to the next guest, and he gives him like 5 seconds, and then he'll be like, ooh, feeling them vibes, and then he just breaks into the song.
It's weird.
The whole thing is just, and then the guests are just frustrated, and then he's always got one guest. He's always got one guest that he never gets to, and I think it's played by Bill Hader, and he's always like, man, we love you, man. We'll get to you.
Yeah,
and he's just looking pissed, like he comes every week, and he never gets a chance.
Never gets called on.
He never gets a
Sounds
chance.
awesome.
A little bit
Dude,
louder
that's
now.
the best Keenan skit.
It sounds awesome. Now I can't name any Keenan skits. I just know that he's been on there. For
The other
a while.
one is when he plays Reba McEntire.
No way.
Yeah. It says, and Reba. I tried to show the girls the Reba thing when we got the rabbit, and I was like, because it was a song with him and Andy Samberg where they were like doing a duo with Andy Samberg and Reba. and then immediately he's like hanging like my nuts, and I was like, oh man, and then the whole thing is just so much like the whole joke is that like Reba's a man.
Right. Oh, that's funny.
Oh yeah.
That's funny. See, like when you're talking about that game show that they would play.
Yeah.
It reminded me they used to do one that was like Celebrity Jeopardy.
Yep.
And the one that always comes to my mind is when like Sean Connery's one of the guests.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'll go ahead and take the rapist for $300. And he goes, that actually says therapist.
yeah.
I do remember that one.
And they always have Burt Reynolds on there.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Oh man,
Good stuff, man.
So
He's always chewing gum like this. And it's
Are you sure it's gum and
Norm
not
Macdonald.
tobacco?
It's Norm Macdonald that plays Burt Reynolds on there.
I like Norm Macdonald. Dang.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
So this one's for you, Bri. So October 11th of 1992, it's the 25 years ago today, Deion Sanders played an NFL game and then flew to join the Braves in the NLCS.
Yeah. That is
So
for
I
me.
did all that in one night.
Jeez.
Yeah, I
So
didn't realize it was
basically,
one night.
You know
what
me.
he did was he started
So
the day
well.
at the Atlantic Falcons.
All right.
Traveled to the Orange Bowl, had a game at 1 p.m. against the Miami Dolphins. Sanders returned 2 kicks, a punt, caught a pass for 9 yards. Was a part of the Falcons' defensive unit. Charged with holding Dan Marino. Charged to hold him the offense in check. Immediately after the game, he boarded a flight to Pittsburgh, followed by a helicopter ride to the actual stadium, and joined the Braves for the Game 5 of the 1992 NLCS.
Dude, that's what makes him one of the greats, man.
Only thing is,
telling
he
you.
actually didn't play in the NLCS, but still, I mean, if he would have gotten on to the field as a relief, because he does, from what I understood, he was a pitch runner and a pitch hitter mainly, like first.
Okay.
And they just happened to not need him. But he would have been the only player to ever play 2 professional sports in one day.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Nice.
To me, it's crazy enough that he even just flew out there.
I know, man. That's awesome.
Like the next game, he just didn't play football. He went and
Man.
just sat in the Braves dugout, I guess. And just stayed there with the Braves. So
Dude, it's my boy
Cool.
Deion. That's awesome.
So, yeah, Deion going back and forth with the teams there. To me, that seems like a lot of work.
It does.
Like, not only
That's
did I just go out
dedication.
there and play football and get banged up, hurt somebody, and then now I got to go play baseball.
Yeah.
Granted, baseball's not as physically intensive when it comes to like the physical compact, but yeah, but still, you're having to use your body. I figure if you're playing a game of football, it's like get into a fight. I bet you're super sore the next day.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Bet you're exhausted too.
Yeah.
You have to
Jet
be very
lag.
explosive playing football.
Right. It's
I
a lot
mean,
of, like,
baseball,
real
I
slow
guess
and
you got to be
explosiveness.
explosive too, but not, especially when you're riding the pine. It ain't hard
Yeah,
at all.
man.
Right.
That ain't hard.
Not quite as bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
So one last one here. So October 11th of 1997, 23 years ago today, the Pride Fighting Championship held its first event.
Whoa.
Nice.
So
You know that's up my alley.
That is
yeah,
up your
so
alley. That's Larry's joint.
some of the notable fighters on this card were Hickson Gracie, Henzo Gracie, Dan Severn, and Koji Kateo, I guess is how you pronounce his last name. The rest of these guys, I don't know who they are. Do you know who John Dixon or Nathan Jones are?
Nope.
They probably didn't pan out.
No.
They were probably in their late 30s whenever that first one happened.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys in those early fighting, like Pride and UFC, they were kind of like older, and then they didn't pan out very long because the younger generation was coming up quick.
Right.
Makes sense, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't watch a lot of Pride, especially not live, because I just wasn't into it back then. But looking back, there was a lot of heavy hitters that used to fight for Pride that I didn't realize did.
There's
Really?
some good fights in Pride, man. Fun fights.
Like some guys that I didn't realize fought Pride and also fought UFC. Like I know like Shogun fought Pride, but then like Rampage fought Pride.
Yep.
And apparently he was loved in Japan.
Rampage fought Chuck in Pride.
Oh, he fought
Whoa.
Chuck.
He
in
fought
Pride.
Chuck Liddell in Pride.
Did they fight in the UFC?
Yep, and Rampage took his belt.
Oh, dang! There you
Whoa.
go.
Rematch. Rampage fought Vanderlei twice in Pride.
And he fought him a third time in
In
Bellator.
the UFC. Did he fight him in Bellator?
Yeah, he fought him in Bellator. They were both.
I wonder if they fought each other in the UFC.
Because he fought at heavyweight, and it looked like.
Oh, I did see
it
that
looked
one.
like Rampage had one too many tacos, bro.
Yeah, he was
He
a little
had one too many
beefy.
tacos. He was. a
They were
little
beef
big dude.
tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently, Bosch Rutten was the commentator.
Yeah.
So Bosch Rutten did a lot of commentating, but he also fought.
Really?
So would he fight and then go like sit on the sideline and do commentating at the same time, like
I don't know.
like
I don't
WWE
remember.
style? Like I'm gonna go ahead and commentate before I have this main event tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That makes sense.
I could see them doing something like that though, because I mean it was really, it's really played up. A lot of the antics that
Yeah.
they would do, right?
Yeah. I can see
And
that.
didn't they have weird rules over there too?
They didn't have weird rules. They just had a different rule set. So, and to me, they're not weird because they make more sense. Like you can kick the head of a downed opponent.
Yeah,
Whoa.
but you
You
could
should
like
be able to.
soccer kick someone right in the face.
Yeah,
What?
but a soccer kick is like not as powerful as like a roundhouse kick, because you think about it, a soccer kick is just you're kind of rearing back and forward.
Yeah.
A roundhouse kick, you're rotating your hips and your whole body into it. So a head kick is more dangerous than a soccer kick. It just looks worse.
It looks so
Also,
bad.
it's just
I'm
a lot of
telling
feet
you.
smacking.
terrible.
To me, the worst part about it is like on the grappling, being able to knee somebody in the head from the ground.
Oh, that's pretty bad too.
And that was
yeah.
really bad. But to me, there wasn't a bunch of stalling that happened, because imagine if you're trying to stall out, somebody could just knee you in the head on the ground.
right.
I mean, there's a lot less sketchy. It's sketchier.
Yeah.
So.
And
So
that's Pride?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pride.
Wow.
Oh, also stomps. Like you could head stomp somebody. That's kind of sketchy looking.
So speaking of
So, yes.
roundhouse kicks to the face, did you watch the fights last night?
Yes.
Did you watch the fights last
No,
night?
no.
Oh man. Okay, so watch this.
All
Watch
right,
this.
yeah, pull it
head
up,
kick.
dude.
Yeah, watch this one, dude.
Watch this head kick right here. Let me see. Is it this?
It's one on the
right
left.
here.
Oh, you need it with the sound.
Man.
Yeah, he caught it, man.
How-
He caught
was
it.
that
Impossible.
He caught his leg, and then while
There you
one
go.
leg was being held, he spun. Yeah,
Look,
you have to
let's
hear
watch it
it.
again.
You got to hear it.
Jeez.
Here you go. Here's with the sound. Dude.
And then he got knocked out a second time when his head hit the ground.
I thought that guy died.
You thought he died?
Yeah, it was pretty
Dude, well,
hardcore.
I was sitting at my sister's house. We weren't watching it yet because I didn't really care anything but sounds like the
Yeah.
top two fights.
Yeah, I watched the main card. I didn't watch that one, but as
And-
soon as I came on, they were
Dude,
showing
I got an
clips.
alert. I got an alert on my phone saying the KO the Century. I go, oh, come on. Let's see if these riders are just trying to bait me into watching. It's clickbait.
Yeah.
I'm watching. I go, I guess that's a contender.
Yeah.
That's a contender.
Yeah.
Definitely
Dang.
the knockout of the year.
I was just surprised that he caught himself. Like his
Yeah.
leg was already caught, so he had to spin and then kick with the other
Oh,
leg.
you're saying that he didn't like land on his like fall over?
Yeah, it seems like that took a lot of dexterity to land on your feet after you have both feet vertical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And bring that much power to that kick?
Yeah.
While, like he's...
He spun quick,
So you're saying
man.
that is more dangerous than a soccer kick?
Much dangerous.
Okay.
Yeah, much more
I mean,
dangerous.
I don't know.
Yeah, it looked like
But
it.
that's not the norm, though. Most people can't move like that.
Oh no, that I don't even know who that guy is.
That guy could probably soccer kick someone's head off. So we can't go off of that guy.
There's no comparison, man.
Yeah, he
Oh,
seemed
that's
like a really
crazy.
cool guy. I watched the post-fight presser and stuff, the post-fight press conference and the post-fight show this morning, and he seemed really cool. I liked him. I became a fan of him just listening to him talk. And
Which did you see what the what his opponent put on Instagram, or maybe it was Twitter.
Nah.
The guy said, "God bless you. It was an honor to step into the octagon with you and to do what I love. Safe travels to you and your team. Beautiful shot. Way to fight. I will improve."
Wow.
Yeah.
Which is surprising that he was like, "Hey man, that was great. You got me good." Because the only other person I've heard talk like that was Wonder Boy when he got knocked out by Anthony Pettis.
Yeah.
He's like, "Man, guess I just didn't see that punch coming, man. It was great. You did a good
Yeah.
job. Good job on knocking me out, man."
Man.
But Wonder Boy's that kind of guy that's like overly excited about.
He was
life.
being a little lazy. I mean, he caught the leg, and to me, it was open for him to throw his other hand, and he didn't throw it. I was wondering what he was looking at because I watched the
have no
replay
idea.
a bunch, and I'm like, he's just watching him, and then he's just watching that spin happen.
Like, because a lot of times
Yeah.
they'll catch the leg and they'll pick him up.
yeah, either that
to
or
take
throw
him
the other
to the
hand.
ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know why he didn't do either one. To me, that was weird. I will agree with you there. So,
But yeah, he was just
But-
looking at him.
all right, man. Let's go ahead and get into another game. We're gonna go back and we're gonna play a game we haven't played in a while. We're gonna play I Dissent. So Brian, got some cards there. Go ahead and draw one of those
up?
cards on top.
Is that what this is called? I Dissent?
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. When you first said it, I'm like, what is this game that we?
Oh yeah, we draw these cards, man.
Yeah, yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
done this in a while.
Yep.
All right, so essentially, you guys pick an argument for the statement.
I think is it.
You read it. Just read the statement to me, and I'm either gonna tell you that it's
All right.
that I agree or I disagree with it, and I'm gonna give my 2 cents.
Don't we call this like? Can you get behind that?
I mean, we can get behind this if you want to.
Yeah, I think you have to ask. Can we get behind that?
All right, so guys, can you get behind this? Nobody can make a bicycle helmet sexy.
The way you said it made it sexy. Make a bicycle helmet sexy.
A bicycle helmet. I'm gonna say.
Can anybody make a bicycle
I
helmet
agree with
sexy?
that.
I would agree.
No, wait.
I don't
It says.
know.
No, wait. Read it again.
Nobody.
Nobody can make a bicycle helmet sexy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's not possible.
Cool.
Not possible. I say, for the neck down, you might look great, but the neck
You put
up,
that helmet on,
you look
you're screwed.
So stupid.
You're done.
Or you look, I don't know.
Larry
Yeah.
looks confused.
Just like
man.
the helmet.
He's like, I'm disagreeing with this.
Like a girl can have a really pretty face, but then you have that back helmet on, and it's like, I mean, girl, you still look good, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't say you look sexy.
Yeah, there's no chrome on that dome, man. I don't know what's.
I mean, and
what's
I
up
don't
with
care
that.
what kind of helmet it is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Like a bike helmet, like a skateboard helmet, like a motorcycle helmet. I mean, as soon as you take it off and you swing your hair, oh man, you
Yeah,
might be
that
sexy
hair-
then. But before that, when the helmet's on, yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, when I think of the word sexy, I definitely don't think of guys, so I have to exclude guys from that.
Well,
Because
yeah.
I think guys, there are a lot of guys that are like athletic bike riders, and they can rock it. It looks cool on them.
But
The
it
bike
looks
helmets.
cool. But would you say so? I would say I'm okay with my masculinity to say that a guy can look handsome, but in a bike helmet, I'm still gonna say no.
No,
I don't
not
know. I
on the
mean,
helmet.
all right. So I think that there's some men can look handsome in a bike helmet.
Okay.
But sexy. So now
Yeah, that's-
I'm switching it over to a woman.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. I'm never gonna say a man looks sexy. Okay. So now that I've
Yeah.
said that, can a woman look sexy in a bike helmet? And I just am like, what? Like, I don't know,
they,
man.
They don't go together. They're
They
not
don't.
synonymous.
They don't.
There's not. And
don't-
I'm gonna agree with that. There's
Yeah.
no way.
I think that
Yeah.
to me it's kind of sexy to see like an old grandma wearing a helmet. Cause I'm like, okay, girl, I see you out there getting your workout on. a lot of grandmas are on the couch, but you're doing your thing.
So the activity is sexy, but not her. Not the helmet.
It's like the idea of seeing her. It's kind
idea.
of like, yeah, that's a fit
Yeah.
grandma.
I'm like-
but I
Fit
don't
grandma.
know if I'd say
I'm
sexy.
like Joe. Like as soon as she takes the helmet off and she's got the hair flowing in the wind, yeah, that's sexy. But yeah, I can't
Bingo.
do it. All right. So who
The
else?
hair
Who's
flowing.
gonna draw the
All
next
right.
card?
Go there, Larry.
I get it. All right. Now this is an argument it's the test of time, dude. They've been arguing this for decades,
Okay.
centuries. So think about it. A fork is better than a spoon for mac and cheese. What?
That is I'm gonna say nope.
For regular old mac and cheese, not shells and cheddar.
Like when I think
Okay.
mac and cheese, I go back to the blue, the Kraft mac and cheese.
Kraft mac and cheese.
I got the blues.
Walk me through
I
it.
just
Why
got
why do
hungry.
you stand behind the spoon and not the fork?
So specifically with Kraft mac and cheese, the noodles, they're not elbow noodles. they're the same style, but they're not elbow shaped.
They're straight. Yep.
And they're real thin. The pasta's real thin. It's cheap pasta. So even when you poke it with a fork, it wants to split right down the middle. It doesn't want to stay on your fork right. So I'm saying I get the spoon, and I'm kind of a savage when I get a spoon. I don't get one of these tiny little dainty spoons because I'm a fucking man. And I get a good spoon, and it's almost like a shovel, and I can just shovel it right.
And you think that makes you a man? Shoveling food.
Yeah, sure.
Shoveling food, huh?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the spoon simply because I can scoop the cheddar cheese at the bottom.
Oh yeah,
That
good
way I
one.
get all the flavor and all
Yeah.
because the noodle's
that
a filler.
Mac and cheese broth.
Yeah, the noodle's the filler. The cheese is the flavor, and I want the flavor, bro.
You want the mac and cheese broth at the
I
bottom?
want the flavor.
He said, "Hold the noodle. Give
And
me
then
that
obviously,
cheese."
that
obviously
cheddar,
you're
dog.
putting a good amount of
Yeah.
like cracked black pepper on it.
Oh, of course,
100%. Yeah,
Of course, you ain't American if you ain't doing that.
That's exactly right.
So I want you
But
guys
yeah.
to be open to a new idea here.
All right.
All right.
Hit us.
So we're gonna take it back to the crawfish, right? Crawfish, logically, it doesn't make sense. It's way overpriced. You don't get
Yeah.
hardly any meat.
That's
Yeah.
recent
It's
events.
the experience. You're
It is.
working at it.
Yeah, sure.
Now I want to take you back to a childhood where you would put the noodles on each of those fork little things.
I mean, I've been there, done that, but I'm not saying that I do that often.
It's the experience.
It's the experience.
You're scooping them out, and then you're enjoying having a fork with like 4 of those noodles on there.
Leave
and
it to
then you eat
Larry to
off.
think outside the box here.
No, so
I'm bringing
I
it
was
back.
thinking about that.
Bringing it
I
back.
did that when I was probably like 5 to
Right.
7. And then I decided that, hey, I don't sit here and play with my food. I eat it so I can get nutrition and
He's
go about my
shoveling
life.
I'm saying that mac and cheese
Same.
could be the crawfish of childhood.
Experience.
Okay, I
Yeah.
don't.
It could
I don't
be.
get the correlation.
Now, did you do the cups and the wire with the headphone, like the telephone?
What? You're going to the cans
Yeah,
with the
cans with
string?
the string.
I don't know.
It
I never
reminds me
did.
of the experience.
So I'm gonna.
Wait. Okay, so we're gonna get back to this in just
We're
a
gonna
second.
circle.
okay?
I
No,
feel
hold
like
on.
we need to circle
Where
back
the
to that.
hell did
you-
that come into your mind?
Well, I was
I
just
don't
thinking,
understand
like-
where that came from.
Me neither.
My man's sitting over here talking about putting noodles on each prong of the fork, and I'm just thinking,
prong, yeah.
I'm just thinking of like being a kid and enjoying the experience.
Boomers thinking about, man, when I was a kid, we used to have a lot of fun with cans and
Yeah,
string.
and running
Yeah.
string. No,
I mean, and-
I just so
yeah.
happened to watch the movie Grown Ups the other day, and it reminded me when the lady farted on the can. And she's
Oh, I don't remember that.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
Anyway,
I remember
I've
that.
only seen
I know
bits
that
and pieces.
that was a left
You're
turn.
making me
guys.
want to rewatch it now.
Yeah, that was a left turn.
Okay,
so you might want to look it up first.
So here's the correlation.
Might not be what you remember.
Here's the correlation, Joe.
All
So
right.
with crawfish, like you're just playing with it forever, and it's just like a social experience where everybody's sitting around the table, cracking them open,
Yeah.
sucking the heads off, and getting this much little meat out of each one. Well, mac and cheese, imagine if it's a new social thing. Everybody sits around the table, we get a big thing of mac and cheese, everybody's forking them.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the
Boom.
correlation.
No?
man. I'm not
No,
seeing
you
it.
ain't
I'm not
diving with
seeing
me?
it.
Okay.
I'm spooning it.
I'm thinking that you get the mac and cheese and mix it with some crawfish tails, like some buttered crawfish tails.
Bro.
He just came up. He just got the
Dude,
hitter.
that
the
sounds
heavy
great.
hitter.
So what
yeah,
we
with
do
the
is
seasoned crawfish and mac.
so what you
and
do
cheese.
is you have the communal experience of
Yeah.
cracking crawfish,
Yeah.
but you don't eat it. The whole experience is we're sitting around, we're having fun, we're cracking it, we're getting it prepared
You don't eat
to
it.
throw it. We're putting it in a bowl so we can mix it with the mac and cheese later.
Dude, no, he
He
lost
just
me
blew
there.
my mind.
You lost me there. The experience is not preparing a meal. That's something that women do. They
Okay.
You're talking about. You ever know like
You're not being chauvinistic at all.
So no, all right. So you know, like in the, around here in this area, there's a lot of people who sell tamales, right?
yeah.
Or
Yeah.
pupusas.
Yeah.
What do? All these women come together and they spend all day making them, and then they sell them.
Yeah.
So that's the experience. They're all working together to cook it. I've never seen a group of men work towards a meal that they're not going to eat. So no, I don't think it's
no.
chauvinistic. I think it just doesn't happen.
No, wait.
It just doesn't
I'm
happen.
working towards a meal I am going to eat. I'm going to eat that mac and that. I always want to say lobster mac and cheese, but it's not
know.
lobster.
Ooh,
Lobster mac
would
and
be
cheese is good,
amazing.
though.
No, but
Yeah.
crawfish mac and cheese. I'm going to go smash out some crawfish mac
Yeah.
and cheese.
But we're just getting the experience while we're preparing.
Yeah,
it.
we're sitting here, we're BSing. I mean, what's the difference
We're
in us
drinking
sitting here
beer.
BSing and doing this every now and again? The difference is we're doing this a little bit less often.
The difference is I'm impatient. I'm not trying to make
Larry's
a meal
got
for
that
later.
fat boy vibe, bro. As soon as he gets it done, he wants to shove it in his mouth as quick as he can. He
wants
don't
to
want
see
to wait
the fruit
around
of his-
for it.
fruit of his labor,
What's
man.
funny is like crawfish. What was the blue box that you said about the mac and cheese?
I got the blues. That Kraft mac and
Oh,
cheese.
Kraft.
Oh yeah, the Kraft
So that
mac
that
and
old
cheese.
basic Kraft mac and cheese and crawfish is like the poor man's version of a nice lobster mac that you get from a
It is.
restaurant.
It is,
Like they're not
dude.
cracking open no Kraft straight noodles.
No, not
They
at
got
all.
something good going on, but because we're adding crawfish, it's got to go low.
Low
It's
scale.
got to be like low
Yeah.
scale.
Right, and then what you do is you add some Kraft singles into.
Shut up.
No, dude.
No,
You
wait,
never
no.
add a single
Have you-
cheese.
Wait, so you've never done this? When you make Kraft mac and cheese, you get like 2 or 3 of them Kraft single hitters.
No.
Throw it in there with it, make it a little bit extra cheesy.
I've never done that.
Man, this guy.
Try
No.
it. It makes it a little bit extra
A
cheesy.
little cheesy.
Yeah.
What
The Kraft-
you're thinking that sounds ridiculous, but you kind of want to try it.
Kind of do.
Kind
Kind of do. But
Yeah.
when I was a kid, I would melt a slice of single on anything. Nowadays, I
Yeah.
feel like I'm a man. I don't eat single cheeses like that unless I'm just throwing it back.
Yeah, you're cutting up
Yeah,
like
I don't
a
do
block
mac
of cheddar.
I don't.
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that.
I get a fine block, a nice sharp cheddar.
Yeah,
Yeah. No
we're
joke.
real men.
You're too
I'm a man.
good for those Kraft singles.
Yeah, I'm a man.
I never
I
thought
don't-
they had
But,
a great flavor unless like a grilled cheese.
I was gonna say
those are
that's
amazing.
you put some Kraft singles on
Yeah,
a grilled
on a grilled
cheese.
cheese.
It's perfect on a grilled
Boom.
cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes it. I mean, there's a reason why it just. Oh man, it's good on grilled cheese.
True.
Okay, go ahead and hit me one of those little.
Okay,
top
all right.
cards.
Little
Let's see
hitters
what we
right
got
there.
here. All right, here we go. Facial tattoos are never okay.
I would agree.
Are you sure? Is it okay for Mike Tyson?
No, never.
Go ahead and say that to his
not
face.
in ever any not in
Say
any
it-
situation.
Say that to his face.
I'll tell him and Post Malone the same thing.
Oh well, Post Malone's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, Post Malone's
It
too
says
much.
always tired on his
Okay.
face, always tired under his eyes.
Yeah.
No
Like,
idea.
bro, you got bags under your eyes. Cool.
Yeah.
Like, you're an idiot.
It's never okay. It's never a good idea.
Never, huh?
No.
I think it is okay if you. I mean, because so facial tattoos look cool in moderation. I agree. Too much facial tattoo, too much space taken up of the landscape is too much. Now, the average, if you want to work, if you want to be like a blue collar American, facial tattoos aren't going to work for you. However, if
Oh,
you
wait. I think if you want to be a white collar American,
what's blue collar?
like working in the fields,
Mechanic,
you
yeah.
can have that. You can be a
White
mechanic
collars
with
like
I
it.
still
corporate.
think even blue collar, like if like you're gonna go to a mechanic and then you're gonna see that guy, and people just look at facial tattoos wrong. It hasn't be that stigma yet.
Yeah, I'm
stigma yet.
questioning what shop I just took my car to.
Exactly.
If I see him in the shop.
Now, however, if
just
you
saying.
are like you bust through and you're like a Mike Tyson or somebody who doesn't need to work anymore, that you're like,
like a fighter,
self-made.
MMA
You know what I mean?
or-
You're self-made.
Yeah.
Then I think that would be a circumstance where a moderate facial tattoo would be okay.
Gosh,
I always think about like not that I like this guy too crazy much, but Mike Platinum Perry.
Yeah.
He's got a tattoo right above his eyebrow. It just says platinum. That's the only face tattoo he's got. He has some other tattoos on his arms and stuff, but it just says platinum right there on his eyebrow.
I think he got another one actually.
it's still too much.
I think he's got a little cross under one of his eyes now.
I think that's Sean O'Malley that has a cross.
I think even like the teardrop, the old school teardrop, like straight out of the penitentiary, that's too much.
Yeah, I mean, because you do look like an inmate.
It depends on if you kill the guy or not. If it's filled in,
Right.
either one for
I
my dead
think-
homies or one because I killed the guy.
Dude, I think any real estate on your face, it's just not a good idea.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
the most part, no. But I mean, some guys can pull it off. Just like
Right.
Larry said, I kind of agree with the.
What about some girls?
Look at this right here. Look under
Yeah,
his eye.
I mean, I'm gonna be.
See, he
he does
does
have one?
He does have a little cross under his eye.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Oh no, that's kind of cool inside the lip. I've seen
Yeah,
that.
No, that's really stupid. Inside the lip's dumb.
To me,
You want me to tell you why it's dumb? Because it could have
Why?
faded away so quickly.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense. If you're gonna get a tattoo, I mean, for me, I
Right,
say
why?
I'm gonna get a tattoo, maybe for meaning, but also for the art.
Sure.
And if it's not gonna last, there's no point in getting it. Like I would never get
What
anything
about-
on my hands.
What about people that tattoo their eyeballs?
Like that
seen
means
that?
that you're just a psychopath and you need to get professional help.
So a couple things there. So sure, tattoos they don't work that good on hands, but that doesn't mean that a hand tattoo won't last.
Like I would never get anything on my palm or on like the
Palms
inside
rub
of my
off
fingers.
either, but I
Okay.
mean, just because you see them, they're not done very, very good. You can get a tattoo done that will last.
Okay.
So hands, things like
It's like I
that.
use my hands too much for it to last.
It'll last. Like it just depends on who's doing it, and they have to really, bust it in there.
Yeah.
What else
Maybe.
was I gonna say?
Maybe I'm just
Something
crazy.
else I was gonna say. I don't remember.
Must have
You
been
just
that
said a
important.
bunch of stuff that I was like, oh, maybe
You cringed.
twitch. I
Yeah.
had a few twitches, and I was like, I need to put that in my bucket of.
Must not have been that important.
No, it wasn't that important.
So
Hey, I'll give a second. All right, I'm just gonna say it. I gotta pee.
okay,
Yeah, do it.
Go
do
ahead.
It.
Go ahead.
Do it.
All right, man. So let's go ahead and crack open another beer. You
Let's
got a
do
fancy
it.
one for us there, Larry?
Okay, I got something special.
You got something special? Ooh.
Here we go.
Ooh. All right.
Now this might look like your average everyday circus or carnival,
Yeah.
but this is from Revolver Brewing,
This is
and
nostalgic.
it's the amazing corn dog smoked ale.
Yes.
Food on a stick in a can.
Wait a minute. The way they're describing this is like real weird.
Dude, I don't know why, but the carny life always just intrigued me.
Carnival
I
life?
love
like
the
you want to
carnival
be a
life.
carny?
Yeah, like it just intrigues me.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Like I watched
Carnivals are
the movie
amazing.
Adventureland,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it just made me go lame
Really?
to like living that life. It just seems like something that a kid should do.
What was that
Yeah.
movie? Water for Elephants that they traveled by train. They set up,
Yeah, I
tore
never saw
down.
it.
Yeah, the carny life is pretty much
don't
that.
know.
It's pretty much a sad life where
Yeah, rough.
it's like for people who are just lost and by themselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you don't see a lot of families that are just living that carny life.
yeah.
I guess if you're like a traveling circus, like yeah, I could see that. I mean, I don't know that I've seen that like in real life, but I could see that happening. Mm-hmm. Like the dad is the main guy and he has some animals. The mom does some fancy tricks with fire or something, or like the kids.
This is
are
like a
the-
movie that you're making
it's
up.
plot.
You're
Maybe.
like
Plot or
everybody has a different role. The kids are trapeze artists.
Yes.
The son-in-law's blowing flames. Like
Yeah, like
We-
there's
Yeah.
like there's a friend like your long lost cousin is the 8-foot freak.
Why do they have to be your
You
long
have
lost cousin, dude?
Your daughter has some sort of disorder and she's the bearded lady now. I don't know.
What disorder would that be?
Whoa.
What disorder would that be? Because
So
she grows a
it's
beard.
a coincidence. We're all in the carnival, and someone with a disorder happens to become the bearded lady.
Yeah, isn't
Man.
that how it goes? You not understand that?
I just remember there being a cool little carnival to come through the little town of Collinsville that I used to live in.
Yeah.
They had the tents, and I remember how cool it was with the trapeze artists, and I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Not sure I'd want to do it for a
They-
living.
Oh no.
There was one that used to come to Denison, and it was real
Yeah.
cool because they used to always bring a bear that would ride a motorcycle.
No way.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I think I went to that one actually.
Like that was pretty legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I went
I
to
don't
that
know.
one. I don't think it's a motorcycle, is it? I thought it was like a tricycle.
Maybe
It
it's a
might be a
bicycle.
tri-
Yeah,
tricycle.
bicycle or tricycle or
Yeah.
something like that.
I really like this
Motorcycle.
Hold on, wait a second.
With his paws. Like that's too much power in the hands of a bear.
Man,
That is hilarious.
I would.
Everybody would be like,
I'd be a little concerned. Like,
Yeah.
hey, what's up with this bear?
oh man, dude.
Dude.
It's
They don't
crazy
have
you can get a
thumbs.
bear to ride a tricycle, though. Isn't that crazy enough as it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because they just kind of sit on it and goes, ooh.
Well, no,
They just
but a bear,
pedal
so
their
like-
legs.
Okay. So I have this, like, I personally say wild animals. A bear is a wild animal.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure it's a wild
100%.
animal.
And I'm not that I have a fear of dogs, but I'm always cautious around dogs, especially if I don't know them or if they're bigger dogs. I'm cautious around them because, yes, they may be domesticated, but at any moment in time, if they feel like they want to turn on me,
could turn on you
They can
quick.
turn on me, and I can't do anything about it. So I say
Weak.
a
I'll punch
bear.
a dog in the face.
You're right, but if that dog wants to continue to come at you and gets a hold of you in some way, shape, or form, like it's not going to be fun.
That's that animal instinct.
not gonna be a fun
Yeah.
experience.
That's that canine instinct.
To me, though, it's like a trained dog or a dog that's vicious is usually a dog that's trained to be vicious.
Yeah, no,
That's
I
not
agree.
the average dog, so I'm never worried about that. It's like I'm worried that I might see something that's trained. That's like worrying about running into a trained murderer.
No, I don't like sit
You know
and
what I
worry
mean?
about
It's
it, but
man,
like
I ain't
if I'm
tripping.
around a
Don't lose
dog and
sleep
that dog
over it.
starts barking aggressively, and I'm not super familiar with that dog, it's gonna put me on high alert.
Oh yeah, if there's an aggressively barking dog, I'm not going near
Well,
it.
no, like I mean, if like we're just chilling out, the dog's here chilling out, it hears something that it doesn't, that I haven't seen it react to, and it starts to bark aggressively at something.
Yeah.
Even though it's not directing it towards me, I'm on high alert to go. I need to watch out because that dog comes over here. I'm gonna have to soccer kick it in the face.
I absolutely think it's all in the dog's demeanor too. Like you can
Yeah.
tell what the dog is
Right,
essentially.
but I bring that back to bears.
Okay, yeah.
I would
yeah,
never
circle
mess with a
back.
bear.
No,
A
never.
bear, I don't care how
care if
trained
it's
you say that
trained.
bear is. That bear wants
Yeah.
to turn around, snap me in half.
Nah,
I'm
Not
dead
happening.
in a
Yeah.
heartbeat. There's certain animals that you just don't mess with. I don't care how domesticated you say they are. I'm not
Tigers.
messing with them.
Same thing. I wouldn't want to
Yeah.
be messed with no tiger.
You've
I don't
seen
care
these-
how cuddly it is.
Yeah, not happening.
No.
You've seen these people playing and wrestling around and hugging on tigers and stuff and lions. I'm like, dude, no way.
And they can eat you alive
All it
and
would
have
take.
fun doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was cool seeing, but I'm glad I was in the audience.
Whenever,
What, the barrel of a tricycle?
Whenever it hopped that wheelie, I just picture it's like paws just sitting on there,
Looking like Robbie Knievel,
that's
man.
so hilarious
Wait,
to me.
Robbie, I thought his name was Evil.
That's
Evil
Robbie's
Knievel.
his
Who's
son.
Robbie?
Robbie's
I
his
think
son.
Robbie's his son, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, was that?
Yeah, he picked it up.
Is he doing stuff too?
Yeah.
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 Oh, what up? That's cool.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
does the same
Legacy,
stuff,
bro.
I think he even beat his dad's record
I
at the
think he
Grand
did.
Canyon one.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Why is he not as famous?
He is.
Maybe
but-
he is just as famous, and I
He
just
is,
don't
but
pay
people
attention to
just don't care about that kind of
Yeah,
stuff
people
as
are
much as
done
they
with
used
that.
to.
Yeah.
it because we have extreme sports now.
Yeah.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
yeah. I would say extreme sports killed like daredevil sports.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
Now people are good at it.
Yeah, exactly. Now, not only can you jump the Grand Canyon, but you can like do a vicious tail
Double
whip.
backflips.
yeah,
Tail whip.
I mean the backflips, the dirt, like Travis Pastrana,
Yeah,
when he did the dirt
brought it
biking,
ni- yeah.
he took it to a whole nother level
He
where
did.
now everybody does the stuff. Travis
Well,
Pastrana
did you ever
did.
watch?
100%,
They
I
did a
was
show
thinking the
with
same
Johnny Knoxville called
Nitro Circus.
Nitro Circus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
it showed Travis Pastrana bust the first double backflip.
Right.
He did
Yeah.
the first original backflip and
Yeah.
then the first double backflip and the first
awesome.
360 on a motorcycle.
Yeah, the 360s. It looks
Yeah.
like he stalls out and then brings it back around. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
Yeah, it
It's
sounds
crazy.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
That's a good beer.
I've got to read this. Okay,
do
on
it.
the can here it says, "Everyone's favorite food on a stick in a can." Not just this for state fairs. We brewed this ale with German beach smoked malts, herbs and spices. Best served with a yellow mustard rim. I wish you would have read that. I wish we, dude. Man, if only we had some yellow mustard. to
That's
throw around it.
crazy. They're going all out with the yellow
It
mustard.
tastes like
rim.
smoked meats, but it doesn't taste like a corn dog to me.
And see, I think it's in my head because it kind of does to me.
Yeah, it does to me too. And look, it even right there. Don't forget the yellow mustard around the rim. That's
Dang.
crazy.
Dang, we should have done that.
I'm tasting the corn dog, everybody's favorite state fair snack.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you thinking on the back end, Joe?
Yeah, like right away it gives me like a red ale kind of vibe. And then it gives me like this corn dog weirdness on the back end. It's so
Yeah.
weird.
It is weird.
It's so weird. Like I don't really taste a whole lot of smokiness.
I don't see how you don't. That's all I'm tasting is smoked.
Oh, dude, smell it. It smells
This
awful.
is neat.
That's what I'm tasting. Is what I'm smelling.
This is a cool concept, though. I've never
Dude,
seen anything
so
like
no, the smoked porter at Sellerman's, that's a smoked beer. Like I feel like I just like I feel like I'm
Oh, yeah.
huffing in smoke.
I'm gonna have to try that one.
This
Yeah.
doesn't have that same kind of feel to it. It may have that remembrance of smoked meats, but
Yeah.
like the other one, really, it tastes like I eat a smoked brisket and I inhaled a little bit of smoke when I ate that brisket.
So you're getting that corn dog vibe, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
I did. I did get that corn dog
We got
vibe.
a technical malfunction.
that. Yeah, we got a malfunction.
That's all right. While he's fixing that, we're gonna go ahead and hop into another game here, okay?
Okay.
Or actually, you know what? We got to rate this beer first. So, what do you guys got on this one? On a scale of 1 to 5.
I'm gonna give this one a 2.5.
I was thinking the same thing. 2.5 sounds like a good deal.
I'll give it a 2.
2.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna give it a 2.5.
Okay.
Sorry about their boomer.
What happened to meet in the middle?
Yeah.
We are 2
2 to
beats
1. 2 beats 1. If you would have had something, if Larry would have been a little bit different, we would have tried to meet somewhere, but that didn't work.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and get into this new game here, okay? I say a new game. We're gonna get into another game. We're gonna do the real Katie get behind that.
Okay.
First one, flea markets.
Ooh.
Can you get behind a flea market? Like when I think flea market, I think of the third Monday trades days in
McKinney.
In McKinney.
Yep.
Nice.
So can you get behind a flea market?
Yep. So for one, I am one who loves window shopping, and flea market's the best window shopping because it's so random what you'll see, and I just seriously don't spend money when I go shopping. I like to just go look at stuff. I used to love malls before they suck now. And now it's like flea markets are kind of a replacement for a mall. So yeah, I'll definitely get behind it.
Yeah, I see a lot of the free samples and a lot of just local, handmade different things. I remember there was the Dallas flea market I went to. They had some amazing nitro brewed coffee that they let me try.
Oh, cool.
Also, just all kinds of neat, homegrown, handmade.
Dude, you go to the flea market and you get fresh made kettle corn.
Yes.
In that bag that's like 8 feet long. You know what I'm talking about?
So before we hear your opinion, well, let's hear your opinion, and I have a question.
Okay, so it's nostalgic for me. Everything's nostalgic.
Of
it's
course.
weird. It brings me back to me being a kid. Like on Sundays, we would go after church, like in the afternoon, we would go to McKinney. We hit up Trades Day, and we would do the exact same thing, Larry. We'd walk around, not buy anything.
Yeah, just look.
Me and my mom and dad would go. We'd just go just to walk around, look at stuff. And over there, there's vendors that sell license plates to vendors that make their own furniture to vendors that are selling dogs.
You can get
to
animals.
somebody that's,
Okay, all right.
somebody that's
so
making
that's
soaps.
what my question was going to be.
Yeah.
I was going to raise the question like, what are the weird things that you buy at flea markets? And I was going to say pit bulls.
So
people go to flea markets to get pit
I've seen
bulls.
German shepherds and all
Yeah,
kinds of
but
cool
what's
I've
some other
seen-
weird stuff? Pocket knives?
So I would ask you, have you ever purchased anything at a flea market? And if so, what have you purchased? So while you're thinking about it, I'll just tell you, I think I've only purchased one thing ever at a flea market. And it was this, and I'd seen this before. So when we used to have Lifeway here in Sherman, they used to sell these things they were like these handmade crosses that you hold in your hand. It was called like a hand cross or hand holding cross, whatever. I was like, oh, this is cool. I think it's a cool idea to buy one. And then I ended up seeing him have a booth at the flea market at the Trades Day. And what it is, it's basically he made these crosses because he used to go to nursing homes and pray with the people in the nursing homes. And there, a lot of the older people have arthritis in their hands.
Okay.
So holding like a cross that's your stereotypical, like real straight, up and down, left and right cross, it's very difficult for them to hold. So he made something that's really easy to hold in your hand, and it fits well, and it contours to your hand a little bit different, and he makes them all natural. They're made out of all kinds of different kinds of wood. And I bought one. I was actually dating a girl at the time, so I bought one for her as well. I've still got mine. Mine stays in the car with me at all times.
You still have yours. I've seen.
Yeah.
Wait, this is weird. It's like an arthritis hand cross. I've never heard anything like it.
Dude,
in my
I'm going to
life.
have to show it to you. It stays in my car at all times, so if I'm ever needing to pray about something, I just reach down and grab it. It's always there by my my cup holder.
Okay, that's actually a good idea to carry something like that with you.
It's just kind of a reminder.
to just remember. Yeah,
so
that's
like
cool.
and I like you'll have to mess with it and see it fits in your hand way different.
Yeah,
and
I gotta see it.
holds it way better than hardly anything that I've ever had before.
I got to
So-
see it.
Okay, so you're gonna have to check this out. You're gonna have to check out this cross. It just fits in your hand different than anything else that I've ever held. It just really comfortable. I hate to say it. I mean, because
Comfortable.
think about holding like something that's wooden and has really sharp edges. So it's not comfortable in your hand. It's not that the edges are beveled; they're also shaped different. I'll have to show it to you.
Yeah.
I was
It
wondering
stays
what
in
the
my car.
benefit was like for arthritis of this specific cross.
With
Is that what you were
arthritis,
asking?
it's hard to literally hold stuff, have grip strength, and also bend your fingers. Like my dad has arthritis in his elbows so bad that he can't straighten his elbows out all
My
the way.
grandmother had it really bad where her fingers would just
I'm gonna have it really bad. I can already tell.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
so
I got so
that's-
much knuckle damage, and it's
Yeah.
like my hands already hurt really bad.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna have arthritis.
So that is the only thing I think I've ever purchased at a flea market.
Okay, so I got a story for you. So
Okay.
when I was a kid, me and my stepdad, first of all, my stepdad used to buy tons of stuff from auctions. So
Okay.
he'd go to auctions and just buy tons of crap, and then we would go to flea markets and
And it
we'd
was
set up
literally
a
crap.
table and we would just set up all sorts of crap.
Oh, you were one of those guys at the flea
Yeah,
market.
we were
Okay.
we were the flea market.
Okay.
So one time in oh man, my stepdad was a bit of a hard ass. One time we had this magic kit, and now thinking about it now, I'm like, this magic kit's cool. I wish I had it right now. But it was like a box magic kit. He's like, all right, I want you to take this over to that booth over there, and I want you to see if that guy will buy it off of us for this much money, because it's a guy who had a toy place. He sold toys.
Oh,
right?
cool. Okay.
So he's like, my stepdad's trying to use me to sell some kind of magic kit to this toy place.
Yeah.
So I take it over there, try to do some negotiations. The guy instead counter offers me the ability to trade for 2 toys that he has. So as a kid, what did I do?
You're like, heck
what did I do? I ended up coming back with literally two action figures from Space Jam, 2 Monstars.
That is awesome.
And my stepdad was pissed.
Oh, no.
He sent me back and made me have to go take it back and be like, hey, I can't do this trade. And the guy, I just remember the guy like ripped me a new one and was all like, you don't go back on deals. And it stayed with me, dude. It still
stuck with
Like,
me.
so to today, you don't go back on deals no matter
No,
how
I'm
many.
like, I would never go to a flea market
That
and try to
would
go back
stick
on a
with
deal.
the kid,
That
yeah.
guy was ripping me a new one. He still let me trade back, though. But I was like stuck between a rock and a hard place. My stepdad was a dick. This guy was a dick. I was in the middle.
Sucks.
I just wanted a couple Space Jam hitters. But hindsight, it's like I should have known not to try to get some Space Jam toys for myself.
Right,
So,
right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh,
yeah.
man, that's
Man,
crazy.
But obviously it stuck with you.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some different things: chickens, ducks.
you go there about farm animals?
Yeah, all
Different
kinds-
farm animals?
Yeah, we've bought like a dozen Rhode Island Reds chickens.
Okay.
and-
Dang,
yeah, man,
okay.
those things are putting out some eggs, man.
No, they do. They put out them. I mean, one a day, and if you have
Yeah.
a dozen of them, that's
That's
you
a
got
dozen
12 pack a day.
Yeah, 12 pack a
Yeah,
day.
they put out, and usually more than one a day,
Yeah.
actually.
So, some of them do.
Yeah, a lot of times you go under there and they're sitting on 3 of them. You're like, dang, man.
True. Yeah,
Dude,
doing
eggs are
work.
one of those things where if you have chickens, you have more eggs than you can eat.
Yes, it's so true.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I actually have purchased like some cigar boxes from
Okay.
Trades Days and
Okay.
like
Yeah.
swing top beer bottles.
Wait, swing top beer bottles?
Yeah.
What's that?
You don't know what a swing top is?
No.
It's like a little. It's like a beer bottle, and it's got like this little wire that's connected to it. It has a little top on
Oh,
it. And you
I've seen
slam
those.
the top
Oh,
I
okay.
just didn't know what the
Yep.
terminology
I didn't
was
either.
down. It's called a swing top.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
You
Okay.
get it swings.
Yes.
top.
Oh,
Yeah, you're king of
coming
Oh,
together
right.
now.
king of terminology. Over
Okay,
here.
so it sounds like we can all get behind a flea market.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. So next one here. Can you get behind that? Nicolas Cage.
No.
No.
Just
Dude,
simply no.
Why are you saying no?
Because he sucks.
Are you sure?
Oh, no.
He was in a lot of good movies.
Yeah,
I
I'm sure
can
he was, but that doesn't
so-
mean that his acting is good in those movies.
He was in a lot of good films.
I can so get behind.
but he was in a lot of
Cage.
terrible films too.
You're probably going to
Dude.
throw out Face Off.
I was gonna say one of my favorite ones is Face Off.
So Face Off is the most
Rock.
unrealistic movie of all time. But he was in
Right.
The Rock.
The Rock
He was
was
in
good.
Gone in 60 Seconds. He was in The Family Man.
Yeah, none of those are good.
Those are all good movies. He was in Snake Eyes.
He wasn't good in those movies, though.
He was in Con Air. He was in City of Angels.
Man.
All these movies were great.
Look, I mean, year after.
I mean, and then it started
was
going
4 in
downhill
1
about
year.
2001. But
Yeah.
I mean, dude, Wind Talkers was pretty good, but he still
Lord
sucked
of
in that
War
movie.
was good.
oh,
Yeah,
that was
he
a
wasn't
good
that
one.
good. I mean,
National
man.
Treasure, meh. Matchstick Men was good.
Mm-hmm.
But then it starts getting awful.
at
Like
Yeah,
Ghost
but-
Rider was terrible.
Yeah.
Next was awful. Never saw the second. National Treasure.
Yeah, I didn't hardly see any of these.
Kick-Ass
most
was
recent.
good, but not because of him.
What about G-Force? That
G-Force-
hamster movie.
G-Force was
that?
awful, but Tracy
Oh, yeah.
Morgan was funny.
Yeah, you're right.
The Sorcerer's
after-
Apprentice was awful. So he did get pretty terrible.
Yeah,
But
he
he
went
was
downhill.
great in the 90s.
Yeah, he was good in the 90s.
I think what you're saying is he was in good movies in the 90s, and then he became a shtick where he would just be in crappy movies instead. And it's like a thing that he became famous for.
But that's the thing. Because of that, if somebody had never seen a Nicolas Cage film, would you say, dude, he's a great actor. You've got to watch him in these, and these films? Or would you say, no,
no.
man, he's terrible. Don't even watch any film that he's ever been in.
I would say he's terrible. Don't watch any movie that he's ever in.
I'd go with the first one, man. Like he was great in these, and these. Don't waste your time on the other ones.
See, I would go like his top 5 films. You need to watch these and only name
Yeah.
5 films.
Con
Yeah.
Air's pretty good, but I haven't seen it since I was a kid, so I'd probably
Yeah.
rewatch it and think, oh, Nicolas
This
Cage
was awful.
sucked in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what
'Cause
I
if
feel
you-
like.
Yeah, I agree. Like as a kid,
Yeah.
things are great. Like when I was playing 007 the other day, I'm like, this was the best game I've ever played, and now you can hardly get through it. But so if
Yeah.
you didn't like him when it first came out, you're definitely not gonna.
No, you know,
like it.
I don't even see it on here. A
when you
movie that he was
rewatch
in
it.
that was really good.
What?
I don't see it on here. Did you ever see Raising Arizona?
Yeah, it's on there. I
Yeah.
saw it down low.
Is it?
What's funny is
That was
we
a
brought
good
this
one.
movie up
That one's
tonight.
so
Me and
good.
Charity were talking about
You did?
this simply because it was on our list of movies to. You know how? So I don't watch a lot of things on Amazon. or Netflix or any of those.
Yeah.
There's
right.
because there's
It's all
nothing to
garbage.
watch.
It's all good. Yeah.
There's nothing to watch.
She said that before she left tonight. She's like, "There's literally nothing to watch." Remember that?
But one time we were switching through not that long ago, and we were like, it came down to 2 movies: Raising Arizona, because I've never seen it,
Okay.
or Autistic the musical. And guess what we ended up watching?
I heard that
do not
the
tell
musical's
me.
good. I actually heard it's good.
Autistic the musical is really good, actually.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. We actually stayed up super late and watched the sequel right after because it was so good.
So we're gonna go a little off topic here. So if you are away from Nicolas Cage, so if you
Alright,
like
good.
autism, that musical.
Oh, yeah, it's autism, not autistic. Yeah, Autism the musical.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you liked that musical, there's a TV show on Netflix called. I'm trying to talk about it. And I can't even think of what's called.
Oh, it's about like dating in autism world.
Nope, not at all.
Oh, okay.
It's got Michael Rappaport in it. It's called. I'm gonna pull it up here for you guys. I want to say it's called for some reason I'm thinking A-list, but that's not right. It's called Atypical.
Okay. I don't know.
And
what
if
it
you
is.
haven't seen it, it is so good. So you guys both like the show. This Is Us.
Yeah.
This is better.
I like
What?
This Is Us, but I mean, it's like because I'm so invested in it. Normally, I wouldn't watch such
Right.
liberal television, but it's like I'm so invested in it now that it's like I can get past all their messages that they're trying to deliver
So
to us.
do you know why? So Atypical. I'll just tell you what it's about. It's about a family, and their son has autism. Their son's in high school. He goes through high school. He ends up going to college, and it's just about their lives. But you come to learn a lot about for me, I didn't know a whole lot about autism.
Yeah.
And I come to learn a lot about it. And then I look at I dated a girl previously, and her brother was autistic. And I watch this show, and I go, okay, I see a lot of the tendencies that her brother had, that this kid has. I go, okay. So it enlightened me, and I learned a lot about that. But it's really heart wrenching. Gets you in all your emotions.
All
It's
your
happy.
feels, man.
It's sad. You get
It's just,
angry. at some
autism, though,
point.
is just such a wide range of what it could possibly be.
Right.
It manifests itself so widely.
yeah.
So it's hard to say
On the
that
spectrum.
that show will show me anything. So
I mean, you may already know all about it, but the show.
no, I don't know
itself-
all about it, but I just mean like. So when I watched Autism the musical, it's a really sweet movie. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna go want to watch a show just because there's an autistic kid.
Well,
in it.
no, I'm not saying that that's why you should watch it. I'm saying it just because it's a good show.
Okay.
Not even that the kid has autism. It's just a really good show. Really good show. It gets you in your feels, and sometimes I like to get in my feels.
It's getting the
Yeah.
feels. What about Breaking Bad?
I watched half of the first season and never finished it because
Because
I
his
couldn't
son
get into it.
did his son have Asperger's?
I have no idea. I
He
just
did,
I
yeah.
couldn't
Yeah.
get into it.
Asperger's, I believe.
And to me, Asperger's is like
more of a physical.
it's similar to a certain kind of autism that people have, and sometimes
Yeah.
people have autism and Asperger's
Right.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. Like I said, I watched the first half of the first season and couldn't get into it and never finished it. Everybody that has ever watched it has said it's good, and everybody that's ever watched it said you just need to power through the first season.
Okay, maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I'm hating on it a little too much. It's called. I don't have Netflix for one.
It's called
but
Atypical.
I'm gonna look it up right now and see what it's about.
Yep.
Atypical.
Yeah, this one's really good. I really enjoyed it. They're supposed to come out with a 4th and final season. I can't wait for them to do it. They obviously had everything got halted because of COVID. Hopefully they get back into it, dude. And Michael Rappaport does a really good job, honestly. There's some parts in it that I'm just like, oh crap, that sucks. Like it gets you really into your feels.
I do like those shows. I guess that's why This Is Us is so good because they really draw you into the characters.
Yes.
Any kind of movie that makes me care about the characters, I usually like. You know
Right.
what I mean? That means there's some good writing in it. So This Is Us kind of falls in that category.
Right. So getting back to this, just gonna ask you one last thing.
Okay.
Can you get behind Nicolas Cage? Boomer.
Absolutely. Yeah. I
He's been waiting to say that.
Absolutely.
No.
Larry?
Yeah.
No?
Absolutely. I've already said it. No.
No
You-
way. Larry can't get behind
No.
it.
Never.
Because of how good his good films are, I'm gonna say I can get behind that.
Yep.
So, Larry, you're left in the dust here, buddy. Sorry
Guess
about
so.
you. Sorry about you.
I guess so. I mean,
that's a
some,
good place to
some
be.
people like good stuff,
But
and some people
Larry-
like Nick Cage. So
Now we're gonna play one final game here, and then we'll wrap this puppy up.
Okay.
Larry, here you go. It's your turn. We're gonna play Plot or Not.
Oh, the reigning champ.
Plot or not.
Yeah.
All right.
The reigning champ.
We got a movie here called Velvet Buzzsaw.
Ooh, this sounds.
Yeah, you are the reigning champ.
Tell me what this
by the
movie's
way.
about.
Velvet Buzzsaw, dude. This is a new movie.
Oh, let's got my
Look
man
at Jake Gyllenhaal's look on his face and that haircut. He almost looks like No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, he does.
No Country for Jake Gyllenhaal. All art is dangerous. Okay, so hear me out on this one. This one's mine?
This one's yours there, Larry.
Okay. Velvet Buzzsaw is an art exhibit. It's a series of art that Jake Gyllenhaal's character puts together. The conclusion is, though, that Jake Gyllenhaal, when people really look at his artwork and they get into it, he follows them home and he murders them. So he's a serial killer.
I could see
but he
that.
only murders people who are really into his artwork. He turns them into artwork, so he actually uses their blood to make the next piece of artwork. And I mean, that's pretty much it.
What about the other actors on this
Well,
cover?
it's the old dude in the back. What's his name?
Is that? It makes me want to.
I know him, but
Yeah,
It's John Malkovich.
yeah. I was gonna say, is
Oh.
that John Malkovich? He's
Sure
good
is.
in every.
John
role
Malkovich
he
is
plays.
good. Jake Gyllenhaal is good. These are some
Yeah.
solid actors.
Yeah.
Even the lady up front is really solid.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, though, I don't think the movie's about them. I have no
don't
idea why
either.
they're on the poster. It's just about Jake. It should just have him make with that weird stare. That's all it should be. The poster should just be that.
What's
Yeah.
funny is I'm looking on IMDb because this has the best synopsis or
Yeah.
plot, and every video still he's got that same kind of look on his face.
Yes.
It's just one he's
Exactly.
wearing glasses, one he's not. So yeah. Anyway, so according to IMDb, it says a satire set in the contemporary art world scene of Los Angeles, where big money artists and mega collectors pay a high price when art collides with commerce.
They pay the ultimate price when he murders them.
That is
What
the ultimate price.
Okay, all right. So walk us through what happens next.
I mean, I'm just telling you that's all it says.
That's all it says?
When
Yeah,
art and
I tried to pull this
commerce-
up on Rotten Tomatoes. It literally had no plot.
What?
So
Art and
apparently,
There's got to be some murder.
it's
Yeah.
got. They have to give you so little, otherwise it gives stuff
much.
away.
Yeah.
I will tell you, one of the other posters that I've seen, it's literally a white background, white canvas, and it says "Velvet Buzzsaw in blood." So I'm assuming there is
Ooh.
some sort of murder involved. I didn't use that in particular poster because I thought it gave too much away.
Because you wanted Jake Gyllenhaal's look.
No, I thought the other one gave a little bit too much away.
That has spray paint. The Velvet Buzzsaw's in spray paint instead
Yeah.
of blood.
Ooh, maybe it is spray paint. I'm thinking it's blood. Look, let me just show you this.
All
But I think
art-
that maybe that's what it's about. Is kind of like junky art that's just haphazardly thrown together, and all these people are into it.
Look
Like,
at his.
look, this is
Yeah,
what I'm
look at
thinking
his
of right here.
glasses.
Oh no, that is that blood.
that looks like blood.
I can't.
No,
tell.
that might be spray paint. I don't know.
It's dripping like blood. Oh
No,
no,
spray
that's
paint.
Spray paint.
that's spray paint. Okay.
Yeah, so it's just junk.
Yeah.
But it's like art is in the eye of the
Junky art.
beholder, and people are willing to pay mad money for this dude's stuff.
I guess so.
I don't know. I'm gonna look up a different.
It does not look like a movie that I'll watch. So,
No.
While you looked it up here, Larry, we're gonna go ahead and go on to the next one here.
Oh man,
So
I
Brian,
always have to.
Oh, it's got horror overtones, is what it says on Rotten Tomatoes. If you only watch one art world satire with horror overtones this year, or most others, it should probably be Velvet Buzzsaw. So I think I'm spot on again. I'm
I
killing
don't know.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You are. I would.
All right,
that's
brah.
not something I ever watched though.
You're gonna do the movie The Lobster.
Oh, Colin Farrell, Rachel.
This is a great one. I've seen this one.
You have?
I
Have
love
you-
this
have you seen
movie's
it?
really good, actually.
I'm glad I didn't pick this one for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I just had the idea that you would get this one spot on based on this poster, but yeah, this is The Lobster.
All right, so my man Colin Farrell is the leading actor, and the person we see here lying in between him and I'm assuming Rachel Weisz
Wise, I guess how you
Wise.
say it, but yeah.
is his stepsister, and she has autism as well.
Staying on that theme.
and they're trying to figure out.
Oh, so does that? Oh, wait. I just caught this. So you said as well. Does that mean Colin Farrell has autism?
That's what I'm wondering as
No.
well.
No, as well as the last conversation we had.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they're trying to figure out. Okay, or no. I would really like to redact my last statement. This person has some blood on their knee, and they're trying to figure out, like, they still don't know what happened to this person laying down, and I don't know who this person is. What's the deal with the transformation room?
It's an unsolved mystery is what this is.
I think it is an unsolved
Like,
mystery.
well, what does it say there at the bottom? An unconventional love story?
Yeah, it's an unconventional love story.
Oh, so, okay.
You got to read the whole
right.
poster, bro.
There's
Okay,
so many
so
mixed signals
This
going on
is a
here.
love triangle. And this, I guess these two colluded on the side and got rid of this person. They're like, now what do we do? Because these two right here were spending more time together, and this girl down here was getting really jealous, like super jealous. And she started stalking my boy Colin Farrell, so much so that they're like, we got to do some sort of transformation, and here's the perfect room to do it in.
We got to do some kind of transformation.
Yeah. So they're trying to figure out what to do with the body because, like I said, this love triangle couldn't continue. What do you,
So,
what do you got
according
on it?
to
You want me to explain
Rotten, no, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to read Rotten Tomatoes. You can give me your opinion on it. There is some sort of transformation at some point.
Okay.
What it says here, it says, as strange as it is, thrilling, ambitious, the lobster is definitely an acquired taste. This is what the critics say, but the actual plot of the movie says, in a dystopian society, single people must find a mate within 45 days or be transformed into an animal of their choice.
Yep.
What?
Yeah, it's weird. And he chose the lobster.
No way.
He chose to, so he
did.
because he wasn't able to find a mate. He turns into a lobster. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, it's not even reincarnated. It's like, just transformed into. Yeah,
Like they literally
they
go
don't
into
even
this
die. Yeah, they just go in there and turn into that animal.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever
It
heard.
is weird. It
With-
is it is weird.
So without reading the plot, I looked at this.
What's
at
the deal
this
with the body language?
I don't remember that. I'm like,
I don't know what the body is at the bottom, but I'll tell you this. Reading this, it's an unconventional love story. So, in an episode of Friends, Phoebe talks about lobsters. And apparently, lobsters, when they love each other, they'll hold claws. And they'll hold claws and they'll just have, that's how they love each other. Okay. So I assumed that lobster was more of a metaphor. Obviously, it's not at all.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think that there was a reason why he chose the lobster for something similar to that.
Okay.
All right.
Because I remember her just going, he's your lobster.
Yeah.
Like, you know how weird Phoebe is.
So
But-
weird. Not anything I would ever watch. I'm just.
Yeah, I don't know
that's
that
not
ever.
anything
I mean,
would ever
it's
watch.
so weird that if it comes on, I might just keep it on. But yeah, I think this is a Netflix exclusive.
Were
too,
these
isn't
both
it?
No, it's
Netflix?
not.
Oh, it's not.
This
Okay.
was a major motion picture went to the theaters.
Oh,
It was just
dang.
limited release.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But
So
I think
did you enjoy it?
It was
Yeah,
good.
what'd you
I
think?
remember
It
it
was
was
good?
good. It was weird. So she actually leaves him, is cheating on him or something.
Oh,
So
okay.
he's like kind of in this like sad
Weird,
place.
yeah.
And
Okay.
he's just lost and
He's
sad and
broken.
heartbroken.
Yeah.
But I wish I remember what happened. I might want to go back and rewatch it.
John C. Reilly's in it.
Yeah, he plays Lispin Man.
Oh man.
And but they
Yeah.
basically they give them a chance to get matched up with other single people, and if they don't find a match, then they have to turn into an animal. So they know what animal they're going to get turned into ahead of time. Like they already choose it ahead of time, but they're still trying to pursue other people. But he's just really heartbroken, so he's like sucking in the dating game.
So he's not any good at it. Okay.
Yeah.
I
So yeah.
I feel like I'm living in this single realm.
Are you gonna be a
dating
lobster?
Game. Like, I guess I'm gonna end up turning into a lobster.
I mean, you could choose a different animal, bro. You
Yeah.
could pick a dirt bike bear.
I am. I'm living in the lobster nightmare. 45 days
in
of
the
singleness.
comedy scene, that's called a callback.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Callback. All right. Well,
Very good.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming on. Like always, the Three Amigos back
Yeah.
at it again. I thank you guys. Everybody that's listening, make sure to go online to both Untapped and Instagram and follow us at _Dudes and Brews. We actually have a new YouTube channel that's available now. You can find us at it's just youtube.com/dudes and like the ampersand brews.
Go check it out.
Go check us out. We're going to have videos there. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell because, you know, YouTube doesn't always give you notifications. So check back on Fridays. That'll come out. But I appreciate you guys coming on and tuning in. We're out.
Peace.